I can do what I want when I want to do it. I can do what I need when I need to get through it. When I need someone else, can't be too proud for help, but gotta look after myself. Sometimes it can get lonely, never living in the moment. When the sun is shining, hope that I'm reminded, like how the clouds keep changing. I'm always steady rearranging, going back to the basics of what a good day is. What a good day is. And that's exactly what the day is. But it's exactly what you make it. So please don't go wasting. And I'll do the same, even if it's raining. How could I complain? And my feels got me feeling some type of way. You always free to take a break. Hope you feel what I felt. You gotta look after yourself. Sometimes it can get lonely, never living in the moment. When the sun is shining, hope that I'm reminded. Clouds keep changing, I'm always steady rearranging, going back to the basics of what a good day is. 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 And that's exactly what the day is.
All right, we are back in the building. Y'all know what to do. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. We should be good. Ooh wee! And we're looking all crispy and clean on the screen. Welcome, y'all. Welcome back to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the Music Morning Show. I'm your host, Classy Beats of ClassyBeats.com. Today, we're going to get into it. We are officially on Verdict Watch, which is going to be very interesting. I asked y'all in the chat what you think about what's going to happen today, if there will be a verdict today, and what the verdict will be. So we're going to get into that here in a second. But before I do, shout out to the gang in the building, man. I got to say what's up to the people. Let me see everybody who's in here. We've got, of course, my awesome, amazing Amy is in the building, man. Shout out to Amy, starting the show the right way. We got Michi in the building. Appreciate y'all for liking the video already as well. Les Cleaver is in here. A Fitz is back at it. Jay Buckmaster, good to see you. Taco Tuesday, it's your day. Shout out to Taco Tuesday. We got Power Folk Living is up in here. Shout out to y'all. We've got Libby22SC Girl. Good morning. Valencia's in here. Shy Gals in the building. We got Freedom. Good morning. Good morning. We've got Kara Hampton is up in here. Grace Dottie is in the building. Shout out to amazing Grace. Good to see you. Good morning. Monica, good morning. We got Ducky Dexter. Monteresa is up in here. We got Petty Patty is in the building too. That's a dope name. Laura C is in here. Good morning. We got Callie OG22, Danny in real life. Good morning. JoJo's in here, as well as the honorable attorney Kel Bell. What does Kel Bell say? Hi everyone. Chant loud. Chant it loud. Not guilty. I'm with you on that one, Kel Bell. We've got Alabama Gigi in here too. It's great to see y'all. I'm gonna be saying the hey to a bunch of y'all as we go throughout the show. Shout out to Tracy who just stopped by too. It's great to see y'all in here. Hopefully you're having a good Tuesday morning. We've got a lot to cover and a lot to go over today, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Let me fade this out from Keely. If y'all are wondering who sings the intro to the show, make sure y'all check out Keely over on Spotify. Show her some love. Amy dropped the link in the chat for you guys, as well as the link is in the description. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. I had a couple of super chats I wanted to get to before we get the show started. I gotta acknowledge y'all for showing love, man. Shout out to Michi in the building with the 2 bombs. She says, to quote Amy E, Not guilty ASAP. Free Yak Gotti. Yeah, we should have. Amy was asking me about Yak Gotti this morning. We should have an update on Yak Gotti later on this week. I know we have some YSL stuff happening on Friday. So again, y'all, there is no shortage of legal issues when it comes to what's going on in folks in the music industry and trials we've been covering as well. So we'll be covering that coming up this Friday. Judge Whitaker is going to be presiding over what's going on there. When it comes to Yak Gotti, I haven't seen any updates yet. The last update was a motion to rehear his bond. So he could possibly get out on bond. I don't know if there's been a date set for that yet, but I'll keep looking into it and let you guys know and keep you updated there. Also, Amy has gifted 5 memberships. Shout out to Amy in here, man. If you got one of those 5 memberships from Amy, please make sure that you say thank you. All right. Shout out to Amy for gifting memberships. Also, Kara Hampton in here with the 5 bombs. She says, I'm glad we don't have to listen to Lewin anymore. Oh, ain't that the truth? Bring the not guilty verdict. Free Rocky. Free Yak Gotti. I appreciate y'all showing support. I will be reading super chats as we go throughout the show. Also, if you could, please make sure that you like the video on your way in. Not only does it take 2 seconds, it's also free, and it really does help the videos and the channel continue to grow. So if y'all could take a second to do that, I would greatly appreciate it. Young Thug is back in court today. They didn't have anything scheduled today, from what I understand. I didn't think there was going to be anything until the 21st, but if that's the case, I may have to look back into it. Let me see what y'all are saying in this poll so far. So I asked y'all in the chat, will there be a verdict today? And what do you think the verdict will be? So first off, we have 4% of you who answered the poll so far say yes, it's going to be a guilty verdict. Oh. So yes, there will be a verdict today and it's going to be guilty. All right. And then 7% of you say no, you don't think there will be a verdict today. Interesting. Then we've got 10% of you say yes, you think there will be a verdict today and it will be a hung jury. Oh, man. If there's a hung jury, I think that's going to be terrible. I know Rocky does not want to have to keep going through this. So hopefully that's not the case. And then as y'all can see, it looks like 79% of you, it keeps going back and forth between 79 and 78. 78 to 79% of you say yes, there will be a verdict and it's going to be not guilty. I don't know. From what we've seen, it's crazy. It's crazy to see how many of you think that there will be a hung jury or a guilty verdict. I would want to hear from y'all because I can pretty much imagine, and we've talked about why everyone here thinks there will be a not guilty verdict. But some of you who said that you think it's going to be guilty or no, there will not be a verdict today, I would want to hear what y'all think about that. We're also going to go ahead and get into our first topic. We're still waiting on the verdict watch to start. I was hearing that they're actually not going to have court live streamed or the morning proceedings live streamed. So we may just be on verdict watch for a while, but I'll check into that and keep you guys updated. And we'll go ahead and get into our first topic today. So some of you may have seen this. If not, you're in for a treat because I actually haven't seen it yet either. Joe Tacopina actually is finally able to get on his media circuit after the Judge Arnold said, hey, y'all aren't talking to any media during this entire trial. So Joe is finally getting out there. He's doing his first couple interviews. First one I saw from him, he did with TMZ, and we're going to go ahead and look into it, see what he's saying about the trial, giving maybe some background insight into what's going on in the courtroom. And we'll check it out here. Let's see what you're saying.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. ASAP Rocky, the jury in his trial about to begin deliberations. They are not in court today, but wow, did it end
explosively?
Very explosively. The last day closing arguments, we saw a blow up between Rocky's lawyer Joe Tacopina and the prosecutors. We saw the prosecutors make a big deal about the fact that Rihanna was in court
with her kids.
With the kids.
Yeah, that was weird.
Complaining to the jury about the fact that Rihanna was there with the kids. But that blow up between Joe Tacopina and the prosecutor was...
It was epic.
I have not seen anything like that. So,
but the big thing right now is who won this case? Because it's now up to the jury to decide, and high stakes. Because if Rocky's convicted, this could be several decades in prison.
Yeah, up to
It would be
24
bad.
years would be the max he could get. And remember, there was a deal that was on the table, and he turned it down. So, like you say, high stakes. And joining us right now to talk about those stakes and what went on during closing arguments is Joe Tacopina, ASAP Rocky's attorney. Joe, welcome back to TMZ Live. How you doing?
Hey,
There he
Jorge,
is. Shout out to Joe.
We're
Look at
good.
him.
How are you feeling right now? You've presented your case, done your closing. You've heard what prosecutors had. You rejected a plea deal. How you feeling?
I feel great. I mean, look, this case went in perfectly for us. I mean, I believed in Rocky's innocence from day one. Rocky's maintained it by virtue of the fact that he's turned down a plea that would have been, I know, they offered him like 6 months.
Yeah,
And he's facing obviously a lot more than that. I think shows you his resolve and his belief in his innocence and belief in the jury system. So, this case, it should be a 5-minute acquittal. But again, I've tried 120 jury trials, both as a prosecutor and defense attorney, and I will tell you, you could never, despite what all pundits may think and people in the courtroom, you just never know what a jury's thinking. So you can't take anything for granted, which is why I spoke to that jury for 5 hours in my summation. I just couldn't leave a stone unturned.
There was something in particular you said that did not sit well with the prosecutor, and we saw the big argument over this. You're referring to ASAP Relly as having perjured himself, and that the prosecution accepted that. Joe, I've never seen an attorney take off his coat in court because it seemed like he was about to get into a fight.
No, I took off my coat, Charles, because it was very hot in court. I didn't know this was going to happen.
Nah, he was no. Come on, Joe. Now we know Joe was about to throw down with Lewin at some point, and we didn't get to see everything, but Lewin even referenced a couple of things that didn't happen, maybe on camera. So I'll be interested to know if we ever see what happens there. But either way, come on, Joe. Come on now.
To, this repeated, I'll call it whining, if you will, by the prosecutor, which seemed to happen every day. So I took my coat off because it was getting hot, not because I was getting ready to have fisticuffs. They objected to the fact that we said they embraced perjury. It's different than saying you suborn perjury. Suborning perjury is when you put a witness forth that you know is committing perjury. You're suborning perjury. I didn't say they suborned perjury. I said they embraced it. And there's no way around that because their witness testified that the tape recordings I've had of him committing extortion were fake.
Yep.
So I had to call another witness in to then say, yes, those are real recordings. That's this Relly guy, and this is me, and I made the recording, and so they're not fake. So the prosecution then, took those recordings and played them and accepted that they were Relly. So I said they had to embrace, but that was perjury on behalf of ASAP Relly. There's no question about that. And he admitted perjury 5 or 6 or 7 other times on the witness stand.
So weird.
So there was no question that was perjury. So I said, well, by adopting him, by accepting him, by moving forward with their arguments, they embraced perjury.
And we also even saw this in the closing arguments by Lewin. He said, oh, Relly, you got to believe him. You have to believe his testimony. He's telling the truth. But at the same time, we know that's him on the recording. I couldn't believe, I was shocked when he said that. It doesn't matter that he said on the stand that wasn't him on the recording, that they were fake. We all know it was him. Those words came out of Lewin's mouth, which was wild.
And by accepting him, by moving forward with their arguments, they embraced perjury. Oh my God, you would think I said something so horrific, but that's a fact. That's just a fact. It's not anything. And this one prosecutor in particular has a sort of a history and a reputation, and he had another hissy fit. I said to the jury at the end of the day, I said,
he said hissy fit.
If there's a moment of a matter of importance in your own life or the life of a loved one, would you trust this guy Relly, ASAP Relly, with anything in a matter of importance? Of course you would, not for anything. So you can't do it in a matter of importance in his life, is what I said to them. And I think that resonates because it's a very grave consequence here, and I think the jury sort of understands the magnitude of the moment.
So, Joe, let's talk about something that, at least from what we were told by people in the courtroom, that did resonate with the jury, and that was Rihanna being in court several days during the trial, sitting there right
Oh,
behind
she got the
Rocky,
babies.
and certainly during closing was there with the kids as well. And we heard the prosecutors in their closing really implore the jury to ignore the fact that Rihanna was there. This is, I mean, basically, it sounded like the prosecutor was saying, don't fall for this family picture that they're trying to paint here. Just deal with the facts of the case.
But it was a family
It's
picture,
crazy.
right?
Well, it's a family. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not a family picture that they're trying to paint. It's a family. She's
That's
been
what we
there
said,
almost
too.
every day. She is obviously loves him. They are a great couple. I've got, obviously I've known Rock for a long time. I've known Reef for a long time. And seeing them together in a time like this, in a time of need, is something very special. To see them really, she's really there supporting him, like in full force. And, they're a family. So why would that be odd or unique? And to me, when he commented on that in his closing, it was just another sign of weakness. To me, it was a sign that this is what they're worried about. Like, instead of the evidence, they're focused on, is Rihanna going to sway the jury? I never mentioned Rihanna in this trial. Rihanna was not part of our defense. We have factual defenses.
Yeah, and it came out as well that a lot of the jurors didn't even know who Rihanna was. So will that play a factor? I mean, I highly doubt it. And at the end of the day, that is the mother of his children. She's allowed to be there. It's crazy.
And they seem to be
They're
obsessed
scared.
with Rihanna and her being there. So I don't think this jury's going to be swayed by Rihanna.
It definitely helps, though, Joe, right? I mean, you can admit it. It doesn't hurt.
Who knows? I don't think it hurts because.
Okay, hold on. You said who knows? I know. The answer is yes.
Okay.
I know.
I don't. Yeah, look, these are people. We don't know what jurors think. Like, we have people from all different walks of life on that jury. So who knows what it means? If anything, I think at the end of the day, jurors are going to look at the facts of the case.
Well, I got to say, the cases you've handled, and you've handled so many, some of them, you win some and you lose some within the same case, and it could still be viewed as a victory. With Rocky, everything's on the table, it seems. Either it's going to be all or nothing.
Yeah.
Either he gets convicted and it's going to be super serious, or this guy gets exonerated. How long do you think it's going to take?
Look, I told this jury, without being disrespectful to their process, that it wouldn't be surprising if this were a 5-minute verdict. Reasonable doubt is what you need.
A 5-minute. Oh, wait. 5-minute verdict? I don't know. What do y'all think about that? I don't think it's going to be a 5-minute verdict. I think they're going to watch that video over and over and over and over and see exactly what happened, especially since the prosecutors made a big deal of the struggle between Relly and Ills and the timing of Rocky pulling out, allegedly, the prop gun or whatever gun. Now, I know if I'm on the jury, I'm like, man, I need to see this at least 5 or 6 times, but we'll have to wait and see.
There's
It'll
about
be
100 in this case.
Longer than 5 minutes,
Again,
but I get what he's
saying. You don't know
saying.
what the jury's thinking. So when you say how long you think it's going to take, that is a question that basically asked me to read tea leaves, Harvey, and it's impossible to do it. Who knows what a jury's thinking? Who knows how long they're going to be? Hopefully not long. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get a verdict. It should be a quick verdict, but who knows? And who knows which way it's going to go? You just can't take anything for granted. We're a jury.
And by the way, Joe, I totally knew the answer to that, and I knew that you couldn't possibly tell. And I've covered a million cases.
No kidding,
it was just my obligation to ask a dumb question, so I decided to.
Yeah, shout out to TMZ for this great interview too. I don't want to play the whole thing. I will drop the link to TMZ's full interview of Joe in the description for y'all. But let me know what y'all think, especially when it comes to the jury's decision. Joe, obviously, he's going to go and say that he's infinitely confident that they're going to come back with a not guilty and it'll be a quick decision. I mean, seeing that we're waiting on the verdict as we speak, I don't know. Y'all have to let me know what you think in the comments and see if you were right. Appreciate y'all. Let me see. What are y'all saying in the chat, man? Shout out to, oh man, I'm going to say your name wrong. I'm going to say your name wrong. I know it. Shout out to, oh man. Shout out to Piga. Shout out to Pega. I think it's Pega probably. Pega with the 24 euros. Okay, I see you over there. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says Classy and Amy. Thank you for this channel and the amazing vibe you've created. Thank you. I'm so glad I found this channel. Excited to discover incredible new artists along the way. Keep up the fantastic work. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, y'all aren't rocking with TMZ? Dang, some of y'all are saying I think TMZ is one of the worst gossip columns. Yeah, I can't do the gossip stuff. I like when they report on this though. When they have breaking news, they do a great job with breaking news. Sometimes it's a little bit, but shout out to TMZ. They're going to take a poll and they're going to say, how many of you believe that was a fake gun, a real gun, but you don't really know? And that will determine how long they're going to take. Shout out to Freedom in the building. I almost read that comment too. From what I gather, they have to deliberate for at least 1 hour and 30 minutes. Interesting. This is one of those cases where I can understand every outcome. Yeah, and man, shout out to Keyshawn. That's a great point. That's a great point. In other cases, it's been like, this is BS, right? Pretty much everything we saw with the YSL trial. We expected and we knew when it came to Shannon Stillwell, Jackson, when it came to Yak Gotti, there's no way a jury could look at this and say, oh yeah, this definitely happened. It was a part of this entire big scheme by Young Thug. It was just not the case. And it was easy to see. But then you have this trial where there's so many factors that are going to determine what the jury or what verdict the jury brings. It's really hard to say, because are they going to weigh into the letter of the law that just says, okay, he had whatever weapon he had, he brandished it. I don't believe that it fell out of his pants and he was holding the gun just because he was trying to put it back in his waist. I believe he took it out. He went there. He wanted to threaten Relly. And then in the scene 2, he took out the gun. He pointed at him and he shot, because we don't know what they're seeing. I know what I think I saw, but someone who lives there, someone who's in that area, someone who might be afraid of what John Lewin is saying, maybe at some point it's a different person with a real gun, and they see what's happening in this ASAP Rocky trial, and they say, oh man, well, Rocky was popping off in the middle of the street. Maybe I can. Somebody pops off and someone they love could be hurt. So are they going to stand by the law, or are they going to say, I understand, I get it. He was going there to get this over with. He wanted to confront Relly. Relly started tussling with Ills, and then he fired some warning shots in self-defense to get them to stop fighting. That's tough, man. It's tough. They're going to eat donuts and veggie burgers for 90 minutes. I do believe that Relly's credibility is so bad that the jury may acquit on that alone. And I don't get how the prosecutor, how John Lewin can say, hey, our guy's solid. His story's true. He found the shell casings. You should believe him. But also, he lied on the stands multiple times. Let's just be real. We know that's him on the phone call. John Lewin said that. He said, we know that's him. What? Crazy. Coco's in here. What's up, Coco? It's, hey guys. Hope all is well this nice Tuesday morning. Praying for a not guilty verdict for Rocky. TMZ is a big liar and bought by the most popular and wealthiest. Dang. Y'all really don't rock with TMZ? The things that I've liked from them, I've liked. I'll say that. Relly squad car about to be repoed. Oh, man. Y'all still saying Relly's a snitch? Not like TMZ. Why? Because they're compromised. I don't like them either. I really dislike TMZ. Y'all are not rocking with TMZ. Shout out to James Johnson showing some love. Says, God bless you, bro. I love watching your show. Thank you, man. You're the only person on YouTube that doesn't talk too much about BS. Not guilty. Yeah, I try and stick to the facts. That's just how I am. I don't have time for the drama too much. We'll take the drama with the facts sometimes, though. Lewin said, you have to believe Relly. I know Relly is a liar. Kel Bell, the Honorable Attorney Kel Bell says, I 100% agree with his argument. They did embrace perjury. I'm not even an attorney, and that was easy for me to see. And the chat said the same thing. Like, how is he saying that he lied? He lied on the stand, guys. It's okay. But he was a victim. You can see it in the video. Even if he lied, you can see what happened. No, because he lied is going to make us question what actually happened. Shout out to Easy Digital in the building, dropping the £2. I got my pounds and euros right, so we're good now. Appreciate you, my guys. It's classy. Keep up the good work, brother. Not guilty. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the super chat and the love. And shout out to the UK. Shout out to everyone in Europe and the UK, all of our international family. I appreciate y'all watching as well. Let me double check and see if the verdict watch has started. I know we had, oh yeah, it just started a second ago. So we've got the verdict clock up here from Law and Crime. I want to put that somewhere on the screen, but I think I'm just going to keep an eye on it. So it looks like the verdict clock just started 30 seconds ago. The jury is deliberating, and we'll have to keep an eye on this. Let me pull it up over here too. And let me see if this poll has changed as well. We've got over 600 of you that responded so far. The large majority of you, 3/4 of you, think that it's going to be not guilty, and there will be a verdict today. And actually, it's tied right now between no, there will not be a verdict today, and yes, there will be a verdict today, but a hung jury. So I think most everyone here, it seems like y'all think it's going to be either a hung jury or that he'll be not guilty. So interesting. Yeah, shout out to the UK in here. If the jury could possibly believe anything Relly says, that is absolutely insane. Too much reasonable doubt to convict. Yes, Relly is a lying snitch. And I think another thing too, a lot of people were questioning why Joe came up with the prop gun defense. Saying why the prop gun defense? It doesn't make sense. Well, maybe the reason it doesn't make sense is because that's what actually happened. Rocky just thought in his mind, hey, I don't want to carry a real gun to be responsible for that. I'm going to carry a prop gun, so it'll act as a deterrent. I don't know. And I mean, even it's a mess, man. It's just such a mess. Slim Life is in here, says, which part of the video shows Relly being shot? Well, there's that part. Thank you for the 2-bomb. We're going to get into it too. I want to do a little bit of a rewind and actually go back into Relly's testimony and specifically a cross-examination. So we're going to get into that here in a second. If you haven't watched the trial, watch it. If you believe Rocky is guilty, I promise your mind will change after watching Relly's testimony alone. And that's why I want to go back through his testimony, because his testimony is what the prosecutors are saying is should be the deciding factor for the jury. His testimony, what was heard on the phone call that was recorded, which the phone call, I don't see how that helps their case. Man, it's a mess. If found not guilty, can ASAP go after the courts or Relly? Absolutely. He stopped carrying it after this because it didn't work or he didn't need it. I don't think he's a snitch. He's just a liar. I would completely go to the cops if someone committed a crime against me. Exactly, Miss Shaw. I agree. If someone committed a crime against me, but that is really not what Relly did. That's tough. So if I were a juror and Lewin got in my face and said, you're not allowed to consider this, it is wrong and illegal to think that way. Screw you, Lewin. How you feel? I say 2 hours, not guilty. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. There's reasonable doubt. This should be open and shut. Absolutely guilty. Oh, dang. No guilt. Okay. We got John in here said absolutely guilty. Wow. And see, that's what we run into. You just never know. You never know who's going to be on the jury. You may have someone on the jury who says absolutely guilty. I think the only thing Rocky is guilty of is just making a dumb decision. Hopefully he'll learn this lesson. Every jury is supposed to be instructed, if they have any doubt, they have to vote not guilty. Otherwise, they could be sending an innocent person to jail. Thank God for that. And even in light of that, so many innocent people have gotten sent to jail. I think not guilty because juries are iffy. We never know what they're thinking. Everyone in the chat investigated Dunkin' Donuts was closed. Yeah, maybe he misremembered. Maybe he went to John Lewin's favorite donut spot, right? When I saw that interview yesterday, I figured Lewin blew his top. Yeah. Yeah, and anyone who's saying guilty too, I want to know why y'all think it's going to be guilty. All right, do y'all want to do a little bit of a rewind and go back to this cross-examination from Relly? I had a couple other topics I wanted to cover today, but again, just because the prosecution is putting so much weight into Relly's testimony, I want to go back and listen to this because the jury heard exactly what we heard. They didn't hear anything more, anything less. So y'all are saying, yep, want to run back through it. Yeah, shout out to Randy's Donuts. He went to Randy's. He didn't go to Dunkin'. He just misremembered. Absolutely no way every juror is going to say guilty. That's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe iffy wasn't the right word, but everyone has a different opinion. Now ASAP should pay a dumb fine. Relly set him up. I think he's going to pay his stupid tax during the civil lawsuit. Some of y'all are saying you're done with Relly. The cross-examination of Relly makes me laugh. Makes me want to watch Jim Carrey and Liar Liar. Oh my gosh. All right, I've got a couple. If y'all are, we'll get to this in a minute then, because I do have a couple other things that we could get into. So let me put this up here. And I told y'all, when was it? Yesterday, when we were talking about Tony Busby and Jay-Z, that there are some other developments when it came to how Jay-Z was feeling about what went on during this entire battle back and forth. So we'll go ahead and look at that real quick. And then if we have some time, maybe we'll get into some of the Relly rewind. All right, so let's check this out. So now that everything is finalized and, well, somewhat over with for Jay-Z and Diddy, actually, when it comes to this lawsuit alleging that they assaulted a 13-year-old. Now that has been dismissed. Jay-Z, he had some things he wanted to say about his entire involvement throughout this trial, or well, not trial, throughout this case, throughout this legal back and forth, and how it affected him and his life. Because I said it, some of y'all didn't like it. Jay-Z is a victim. He's a victim of this system that is absolutely terrible, and it cost so much time and energy and money to fight in. Someone brings up allegations towards you, or someone brings up allegations against you just because you were in a room. You could be totally innocent, and now you have to go through this process. So let's see what Jay-Z's saying here. Jay-Z's lawsuit against Tony Busby is dismissed. And here's what he says about this. This is a declaration of Sean Carter. Sean Carter declares as follows. I am the plaintiff in this action. I make this declaration in opposition to the defendant's special motion to strike. Unless otherwise noted, I have personal knowledge of the facts stated herein, and if called upon to testify, I could and would competently testify thereto. In November 2024, I received demand letters from Tony Busby, or Mr. Busby, he's going to be referred to moving forward, falsely accusing me of vile conduct. Each was dated November 5th, 2024. Mr. Busby wrote the final letter on behalf of someone he identified as Jane Doe. Tony's letter stated that at a 2000 party in New York. I assaulted his client, who was then 13 years old, after someone had secretly drugged her. Crazy. That accusation is false and ridiculous in every respect. Tony Busby wrote his second letter on behalf of someone he referred to as only as John Doe. In that letter, Tony Busby stated that at a 2015 party in Beverly Hills, I assaulted John Doe, who was then 16 years old, after someone else had also secretly drugged him. That accusation is also false and ridiculous in every respect. So Jay-Z's telling us Tony Busby came for him more than once. I did not realize this, and I don't think we saw anything of this 16-year-old, or this is alleged 16-year-old lawsuit. Maybe they did some more research and they didn't bring this lawsuit. They didn't go through with it, or they didn't take the then 16-year-old on as a client. It's crazy. These allegations, which I learned of for the first time through these demand letters, were shocking to me and have absolutely no basis in fact. I did not do what Tony Busby and his clients accused me of having done. In both of these demand letters, Tony Busby gave me a choice. Either A, I could attend the mediation at which he demanded that I be prepared to give each of his clients something of substance to address their situation. This sounds like a little Relly-ish, doesn't it? This sounds like extortion for real. Or if I did not agree to this by November 19th of 2024, he would then take a different course in the form of causing a public spectacle over his accusations that I had supposedly assaulted his clients, and that he would file a public lawsuit against me, which he did in one of these cases. I understood Tony Busby's demand for something of substance to be deemed that I pay him and his clients a large sum of money to buy their silence. These were blatant blackmail attempts. In the weeks leading up to Tony Busby's sending me 2 demand letters, he had been engaged in nonstop nationwide media blitz concerning Sean Diddy Combs, who had been, let's keep moving, arrested for having assaulted men, women, and minors over many years, often at parties that he had hosted. Tony Busby had claimed in media interviews and press conferences to represent 120 plus, he said, such persons. And he claimed the others, including well-known recording artists and music industry entrepreneurs, had participated in those criminal activities. Tony Busby made it clear that he was going to take his clients to law enforcement, or that he was going to take his clients to law enforcement officers and agencies to see that the unnamed perpetrators landed in jail. He stated that he planned to not only pursue such persons through civil litigation, but also to encourage his clients to pursue those persons through the criminal justice system, whether by going to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Department of Justice, or other law enforcement authorities. And y'all remember, everyone was shocked when Jay-Z said this. And I think for me, this is what solidified that there was no way this lawsuit was going to go through. It's when Jay-Z, he stood up and said, hey, y'all want to file some criminal charges? Go ahead. Please go down there and file criminal charges. I'll wait. I want y'all to do it, because if they're victims, I want you to file the criminal charges so the justice system can find whoever's responsible, because I can guarantee you it's not me. And a lot of people were shocked by that. Like, oh man, this guy's standing on business. He's crazy. He's about to get criminal charges too. Well, now we find out he was saying that because this all was a lie. What did they go on to say? He warned, that the indictment against Sean Diddy Combs will grow and that other people will be implicated. And he threatened that anyone involved in Sean Diddy Combs' alleged misconduct should be prosecuted and put underneath the jail. Well, I agree with that. Given that he made these public statements right before he sent the demand letter, it was clear to me that the demand letters conveyed a threat to have his clients report me to the police if I didn't meet demands for compensation. Nasty. Nasty, nasty work. Mr. Busby, or Tony Busby's threat of a criminal referral became even clearer 1 week after he sent me the letters. He went to TMZ and made more threats. He told the host, Harvey Levin, that he was encouraging all his clients to talk to law enforcement authorities. I know that lawyers send demand letters, but these demand letters were different. They came on the heels of Tony Busby's widely disseminated public accusations that he was going after people in the music business that he claimed had participated in Diddy's crimes. Then he sent me 2 letters that specifically accused me of having participated in Diddy's criminal conduct. I was deeply concerned that if I didn't pay his clients something of substance, that Tony Busby intended to create a public spectacle, which he said in a letter apparently, and take his clients to criminal authorities to convince them to prosecute me. Wow. I didn't think that there was any other way to send those letters. It's not as if he assured me in the letters that he was no longer planning to take his clients to the FBI or law enforcement authorities to pursue criminal proceedings against me. He was still saying that. As a result, I took Tony Busby's demand letters to communicate to me that if I did not agree within the next 2 weeks to ultimately pay his clients substantial amounts of money, he would falsely brand me in the media as a child assaulter. Sheesh. File lawsuits against me claiming falsely that I had done these horrible things and attempt to bring the criminal justice system down on me by having his clients make false accusations against me to the FBI and other law enforcement agencies. Boy, y'all think Tony Busby is going to make it out of this? Again, I'll have to defer to some of our amazing attorneys here in the community. Y'all let me know if you're hearing this and if Jay-Z has the letters to back it up. What does this mean for Tony Busby and his law firm and his legal status as well? Boy, this is crazy. And I think Jay-Z is entitled to put this statement out there after he got drugged through the mud for no reason. So I think this is only fair, and I think this is the beginning. I hope he sues the hell out of Tony Busby. Anyway, it is no exaggeration that I view this as an existential threat to my reputation, my career, my family, and everything else I have spent my life achieving. And because it was all predicated on completely false accusations, I considered Mr. Busby, or Tony Busby, to be blackmailing me. I felt enormous pressure to protect my family from what Tony Busby threatened and preserve my professional reputation. I felt mental anguish knowing someone, Tony Busby, had attempted to maliciously destroy me, my livelihood, and my family. I felt that Tony Busby was placing a gun to my head, and I either bow to his demands or endure personal and financial ruin. His actions caused me mental anguish about the ticking time bomb and what it would do to me, my family, and my hard-earned reputation. Well, Jay-Z, now part of your reputation is who you surround yourself with, all right? So we got to factor that in. If you want to have a good reputation, you got to be surrounded by good people. And unfortunately, you were around Diddy a lot. I refuse to be intimidated or extorted by Mr. Busby. After receiving his demand letters, my lawyer contacted Tony Busby's firm to find out information regarding his Doe clients and the basis for their false accusations. Tony Busby's associate refused to provide any information about their false accusations unless I signed a non-disclosure agreement. Tony Busby himself never returned the call. All right, so now we're finding out that Jay-Z actually contacted Tony Busby, because what Tony Busby made it sound like in their initial filings, and even Jay-Z made it sound like that they wanted to set up mediation. Jay-Z said, no, don't talk to me. I'm not doing anything when it comes to this entire situation. And then Tony Busby's like, all right, here's your lawsuit. Now Jay-Z saying that they had communication back and forth And they said, what is this lawsuit about? I don't want to have mediation because these accusations are false. Tony Busby said, we're not going to tell you anything. Sorry. Mr. Busby's associate refused to provide any information about their false allegation unless I signed a non-disclosure agreement. Tony Busby himself never returned the call. Meanwhile, Tony Busby continued to spread the false claims about me to the press. He also alluded to it being me who was bringing a claim against, He also alluded to it being me who he was bringing a claim against, including by commenting on, liking, and engaging with social media comments, speculating that I was the person, Celebrity A, and that he intended to name in a lawsuit that would allege that I assaulted his clients. This is bad. This is so unprofessional by Tony Busby, who's supposed to be this elite lawyer. Maybe he is. Maybe he's just messed up here. In December of 2024, Tony Busby made good on his threat by adding me as, and we saw the amended complaint, added me as a defendant to a lawsuit that he had already filed on behalf of Jane Doe. He also made good on his threat to accuse me publicly and outside of the court system of assaulting a minor. In fact, before filing the lawsuit, he even contacted an NBC reporter to disclose that he would be naming me in the lawsuit. Oh, man. Also, he continued his continued threats to report his targets to law enforcement agencies of criminal investigation. Goodness gracious. Among other things, he stated to TMZ again that he was not ruling out filing charges against me with the New York prosecutors. When I read this, I was shocked, appalled, and devastated. It was incredibly painful for my wife and me to sit down with our children, one of whom is at an age where her friends would surely see the press and ask questions about the claims and explain this. I mourn this loss of innocence for my children, man, including one who is around the age that the female minor claims to have been when she falsely claims that these heinous acts happen. I'm heartbroken that my children have to endure hearing these things about their father, especially at their young age. Although my utmost priority is my family, I have also concern about the impact these false accusations would have on my career, and more importantly, the negative effect it could have on all the people who work with me. I know the false allegations, like the ones Mr. Busby has levied against me, can be career-ending and threaten to destroy what I have worked so hard to build. And we mentioned this before. Listen, if this were me or if this were any one of y'all, we would be screwed. Like, I am not going to take the resources it would take to fight this. And I mean, I'm glad it's Jay-Z that's actually standing on this and had a favorable outcome, because so many accusations like this come out against people every single day. And I've seen it. Someone can just snap their fingers and file a lawsuit against you. Easy. And you're looking at $5,000, $15,000, $20,000 if the judgment goes against you, if you don't do the things you have to do to follow up. I mean, y'all got $20,000 sitting around you could use to fight a lawsuit. I mean, if you do, good, because you never know. Tony Busby's actions undermine my relationship and my company, Rock Nation's relationship with other businesses, probably the NFL and sports and the entertainment space. Rock Nation also, who signed to Rock Nation? I thought it was one of the Ball brothers, but no, I think LaMelo Ball is signed under Rich Paul. Either way, Rock Nation does have some pretty serious athletes under their sports organization too. We have agreements to produce entertainment programs for certain sporting events. Kendrick Lamar, NFL Halftime. After Tony Busby filed the lawsuit, the media reported that other businesses could end their deals with Rock Nation and force one to speak out and address whether these false allegations would end our business relationship. That was the NFL. We read the statement and we saw the video from Roger Goodell, and he said, hey, we're still cool with Jay-Z. Hopefully he figures this stuff out, but it's not going to affect anything we're doing moving forward. So Jay-Z was good there with the NFL, but shout out to the commissioner for speaking out on that. Immediately after Tony Busby went public with his false allegations, my company, Rock Nation, also lost other contracts in the sports and entertainment space that would have generated revenues of approximately $20 million per year. Oh my gosh. They lost $20 million a year worth of contracts. In 5 years, that's $100 million. Can y'all imagine? I'm trying to think how you could compare that. Let's say, I don't even know how to. That is wild. And here's the final part. Social media comments online responding to Tony Busby's public statements about me and accusations against me have caused me harm. For example, people have said, I can't wait until you join Diddy in prison, then later in hell. Oh, geez. Other people said he needs to be in jail. Jay-Z needs to be locked up. Jay-Z about to go down. All of you at Rock Nation, Jay-Z, all of you are going down. Just wait and see. And lock Jay-Z up. We even saw some people in the comments here saying that. Other comments have accused me of being a Satanist, a trafficker, a terrorist, and a monster. Called me the N-word. All right. And threatened violence against me and my wife, including to kill or execute us. I was harshly criticized by others for accompanying my daughter to the premiere of her movie a day after Tony Busby filed the Jane Doe lawsuit against me. Media outlets reported that Disney was hesitant over my attendance at the premiere because of the accusations. Dang, they almost ruined a memorable moment between him and his family. Golly. I feel that Tony Busby purposely filed this lawsuit on the eve of my daughter's premiere to put me in the position to have to choose between supporting my daughter or hiding to avoid the negative press coverage. I declare under penalty of perjury, under the laws of the state of California, that the foregoing is true and correct, executed on the 10th day of February 2025 in LA, California. Sean Carter. Wow. Yeah, and I see some of y'all in the comments saying, it's not a big deal, Jay-Z. Suck it out. It is what it is. No, there were people in these comments. Y'all go back and look at the videos I made on Jay-Z as we covered this. Go back and look at some of the comments, some of the things people are saying. And even now, there are still people saying, well, okay, maybe he got away with this one, but he's guilty of something. This man lost deals that could have gotten him $20 million a year. That alone is just disgusting that someone could bring these false accusations against him, whether he was working with Diddy or not, and say, oh yeah, I think Jay-Z was there. And then this happens. You think he should lose $20 million because of that? Hey, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, especially something based on false accusations. Either way, y'all let me know what you think in the comments in the chat. What is going to happen to Tony Busby after this? And can Jay-Z recover? We'll have to wait and see. Shout out to the gang as well. Appreciate y'all being in here, man. Showing so much love. How many of y'all are in here listening to me read this stuff? Over 1,000 of you are in here, and all of you like the video as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that liked the video. It really does help the channel continue to grow, and it means a lot as well. We are about 30 minutes into jury watch for the ASAP Rocky trial. No word yet. I think Megan said she was going to be reporting from the courtroom. So let me see what updates she has. And then I'll read a couple of y'all's comments too on on what we just covered with Jay-Z. Oh yeah, Megan is in here. She's going in. She says, good morning from LA. The jury is to begin deliberating at 9:30, which should have been 30 minutes ago, in the ASAP Rocky gun assault trial. What else she said? I'll put this on the screen for y'all. She also says 2 issues this morning. Again, this wasn't live stream, so shout out to Megan for making this available to us as well. Prosecutors claim that Rocky's lawyer, Joe Tacopina, violated the gag order. He didn't. The trial is over. Defense claimed that the deputy district attorney, John Lewin, made misstatements in his rebuttal. Well, he made a lot of misstatements, but it is what it is at this point. Judge Arnold says he reviewed Tacopina's comments and says, I do not believe that's a violation of the gag order. Shout out to Judge Arnold. That's the ruling. I don't need a response from anybody, Judge Arnold said. Defense filed a motion saying Lewin intentionally showed jurors a photo of Relly's knuckles that wasn't in evidence and played gunfire audio at the wrong time during the shooting video. We saw that. We caught it live, and y'all talked about it in the comments as well. Lewin is taking a big issue with the misconduct accusations, including about the Ninth Circuit. Oh, man. Opinion Joe Tacopina cited in a murder case Lewin prosecuted. Lewin offered to go under oath right now, right here and now. Judge Arnold is not having it. One of the prosecutors from Tory Lane's trial for shooting Megan Thee Stallion just walked into the courtroom and sat down. Issue raised by the defense includes showing jurors a photo of Relly's knuckles that's not in evidence. Uh-oh. Judge said it was corrected right away. Rocky's lawyer, Chad Siegel, said he doesn't believe it was inadvertent. This is the photo that is not in evidence. It doesn't matter. It's a scrape. We don't care. This is the photo Megan says swapped in on Friday after the defense objected to the first photo. In the photo, the jury, it's the photo the jury has seen through the trial and is in evidence. I don't think it makes a difference, to be honest. She also says, I don't think anything nefarious occurred here. I don't think anything was altered, Judge Arnold says. Judge Arnold rejects the defense request to make prosecutors preserve the PowerPoint from closing. He said the difference in the gunshot timing in the PowerPoint and the actual exhibit in evidence is 1 second, and that's virtually impossible for anyone to notice. Well, we noticed it. All right, guys, there is a video of what just happened. I'm in the courthouse's 12th floor media area. Bartering for it now. Okay, so there might actually be a video of what happened. I'll see if I can find it as well. But anyway, shout out to Megan for that great coverage. Let me see what y'all are saying. What did y'all say about Jay-Z, though? Busby is in trouble. Now people are saying he paid out the girl off. He didn't. And if he did, especially because it would have to be documented. Dennis Byron was talking about that over on X. There wouldn't have been a secret payoff. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Let me see. Judge said Tacopina didn't violate anything. Private hearing due to Lewin moaning about the TMZ interview. Oh, man. Oh, Nick at Night is in the courtroom, too. Shout out to her. Mel is there. Oh, okay. Has Mel been tweeting too? I haven't seen anything from Mel. Jay-Z using the N-word in his music. Yeah, that's why I kind of just rolled my eyes at that one. I'm so over the N-word. It's not even funny. It's time to move on from that. It's not even about whether he did it or not. It's the entire process was subverted, and Jay-Z and Spiro were being subversive the entire time. Oh, so y'all are having a back and forth about Jay-Z. Okay. Rocky is signed to Rock Nation's management too. Rocky is getting some positive reviews for his movie. I love that. I want to get to see Hall Monitor Lewin Meltdown. How can they rob us of this? Oh, man. What else are y'all saying? Yeah, I agree. Joe didn't lose the jury. I'm just repeating what was said from someone in court now. Private hearing, Lewin is moaning again. Yeah, we just read and went through that. Law and Crime chat. Shout out to Law and Crime. So many people in Law and Crime say justice for Relly. Oh, God. Oh, boy, that's tough. Y'all said Tony Busby's an ambulance chaser. Another attorney said he won't get any money from a lawsuit for this. Are you talking about Relly, or are you talking about Jay-Z? Kind of like when Cardi B sued Tasha K. Tasha K hasn't paid her anything, so. Oh man, y'all are saying Jay-Z should stop crying. Dang, New York law must be public if a settlement has been reached. Busby dropped the case to keep his license. Exactly. Thank you, Val, for backing me up on that one. It would have to be public. And Dennis Byron reported on that too. I haven't seen anything from Mel yet. And I don't know who Nick at Night is, so maybe I'll have to find it. Shout out to Chris Tacopina over there. If our justice system is still the best and most just in the world, I don't know about that. This should be a quick acquittal. Never should have made it this far to begin with. Man. Oh, and shout out to Katnot Williams as well. She's posted a couple of videos. Y'all make sure you go check her out too. Yeah, I see Mel. She's saying she's there, but I haven't seen her actually. Yeah, she hasn't said anything about what's going on yet. So what I think we're going to do is I want to go back and watch a little bit of this cross-examination from Relly. And then if we don't have a verdict here, maybe let's just say in the next hour or so, then we might just have to wait and see what happens. All right, so let's go back and let's do a little bit of a rewind here. And see what's going on with this apparently amazing testimony from ASAP Relly. I don't know what John Lewin's talking about, but this is crazy. Here we go.
Go ask another question.
Let me know if the sound is good too.
It's important to you that you portray a very lavish lifestyle, right, Mr. Efron?
No.
Well, that's too fast.
You told this jury yesterday that after this incident, you don't have a social media presence anymore.
That misstates the testimony.
Yeah, no, you don't have social media presence.
No, I don't.
Your username on Instagram is Relly Balls, right?
That is.
And on your Instagram profile is a featured story you call Lifestyle, right?
It is.
All right.
Wait, would you repeat the name is Relly what?
Relly Boss.
Boss.
Boss. Like unicorn boss.
Sound is good. All right, cool.
My lifestyle has nothing to do with this man.
Don't volunteer anything. Just answer the questions.
And under the lifestyle features,
Oh, this is what I want to ask y'all too. What do y'all think about the civil suit? Let's just say, let's play this out. So let's say not guilty verdict comes back. No. Strike that. Let's say a criminal trial never happened. What? Let's pull a John Lewin. Imagine it with me for a minute. Imagine with me for a second that this criminal trial, this ASAP Rocky criminal trial never happened. And we just have the lawsuit by itself. What do y'all think would happen? Do you think Relly would win the lawsuit? Again, Burden of proof is not the same as it is in a criminal trial. What do y'all think would happen? I'll keep playing this and I'll see what you say in the comment.
The cover photo of the lifestyle feature in your Instagram is a thumbnail image of a private jet, right?
I think that was the jet I was on with Kamari, but yeah.
Okay. Again, going back to this because you just told this jury that portraying a lavish lifestyle of extreme wealth is not important to you.
I mean, it's not. It's so much other important things in life, but I mean, you need money.
Okay. There is on that lifestyle portion of your Instagram is several photos. Let me show you a few. One is defense of now.
The next in order?
Yeah.
Did you D as in David?
That's something you posted, right? You put it up, please.
Well, what is it?
Okay. It's a photo from his Instagram lifestyle. It's one of the 7.
Dated when?
Dated December, we'll get to the case, don't be worried, Mr. Pepperoni. December 29th, 2022.
So I don't know why we're talking about this.
That's you posting a private jacket, right?
Okay.
Okay. And what you wrote there, if it ain't about money, ain't liking you.
No, it says Lincoln.
Ain't Lincoln?
Linkin.
I know what he doesn't deserve, but what do you think would
On
happen?
my Instagram, I'm already getting death threats. People threatening my daughter. Like, what's going on here?
Who gave you that, Mr. Pepperoni?
The whole world.
The world threatened you? The whole world gave you
Because
that?
what you're saying.
Because I asked you a question on your Instagram.
Because you're saying I'm an extortionist and all of this, and you're putting my whole life on. No, this is getting really annoying.
No one is calling you an extortionist.
You're
You're gonna get, you're,
This is half
Mr. Efron, you're gonna get through a lot faster if you just answer the questions. If somebody asks an improper question, I won't allow it to go forward. If you're being asked a question that's lawful in a courtroom, just answer it. Even if it makes you mad, even if you don't see the point of it, just answer the questions as truthfully as you can, regardless of who asks.
Yeah, y'all are saying that y'all are saying Relly's civil attorneys have his calls blocked by now. Dang. No, I don't think they met the featherweight standard. Not sure what state the case was filed in. That is a good question, and I can actually tell you. I should know this, but it's just easier if I pull it up. I believe it's California. We're going to go to Efron v. Mayers. And we are going to go to the initial complaint. So here you go. Superior Court in the state of California. That's where it was filed.
Please do that, okay? Yes?
Yes.
So what do you mean by if it ain't about money, I ain't linking you? What's that?
I don't know. It's a phrase.
And what do you mean by it?
Just
You posted, what's the name?
Nothing.
How about this next one? This is defense,
He is an effort.
E is an from your Instagram lifestyle. That's you, sir.
They're showing his Instagram.
The Mercedes with the caption, "More funds is the focus right now." That's June 5th, 2023.
What's wrong with that?
Mr.
Dang, y'all are brutal, man.
I ask you a question. I'm not saying anything wrong.
Okay. What's up?
What do you mean by that? More funds is the focus right now.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
kind
I'm
of
trying to get successful. Like, what do you mean? I do private equity. We gotta do a lot of things, but I don't understand these questions. Why am I answering questions about my Instagram?
Well, you talked a lot about your lifestyle yesterday, about your business, and right now you mentioned private equity, which we'll get to, and how you earn your money, right? We're talking about that. So you just said you're portraying a lavish lifestyle.
We know he was, well, I don't want to say that. Sounds real.
2021.
Let's skip ahead a little bit.
We left off, we were just discussing your income in 2021. I'd like to ask you, sir, who is Gemma Jones?
I don't recall.
Okay, who's Lydia Parker?
That's my girlfriend.
Does she go by the name of Gemma Jones?
I don't recall.
Does she have a website named Gemma Jones?
I don't recall.
Okay.
Oh, he's asking about our website.
Mission is that she text you a website of herself.
I don't recall.
Let me did she text you a website of herself entitled jennajones.ch?
I don't recall.
Okay.
No. Overruled.
Right, she,
Objection's overruled.
Yeah, they didn't like that.
I'm just gonna have to refresh this recollection.
Fine.
Y'all want to know what happened to his knuckles? Yeah, good luck with that.
You want to show us stress on the document?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm seeing it from the
That's what you don't have to say it. Correct.
Just let me read.
I'm just correcting. Okay, thank you very much. Just take a look at this, and then take a look at that.
I'm not looking at.
Right. Look at that.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
This, right here. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go back to where he said the phone calls were fake.
See yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay.
Did you show that to him to make help him refresh his recollection?
I'm only asking my question now.
But that was the purpose.
Yeah, that's the purpose. Okay. So having seen that, does that refresh your recollection that Ms. Parker sent you a website named jimjones.com?
No, it doesn't.
Does not. Okay.
He's trying to say. That's dirty, man.
How did Ms. Parker make her money?
objection relevant state.
Okay. Do you, sir,
He said, how does she make her money?
or
Dang.
say 2021, did you along with Ms. Parker make money in prostitution?
No.
The question was compound, it's referring to two people.
So
It's assumed as fact, not
It is a
as-
comment. You can limit it. You can limit it to.
Sir, did you make money in the business of prostitution in 2021?
No.
And you've never seen that website, jimjones.ch?
Objection asked and answered. Said he doesn't remember.
Have you ever seen it, if you recall?
He was trying to get him.
Let's move on to a different topic.
Yeah, you got it. You invest in real estate?
I do.
And you made a down payment towards a luxury apartment building in new construction condominium in Miami?
Objection made at the time, therefore.
Sure.
Sustained as
May-
to.
In May of 2023, did you make a down payment towards a luxury apartment building in a new construction condominium in Miami?
I don't recall.
Okay.
Really might have been a pimp. I guess we'll never
This is
know.
one to seven, so to speak. I'm gonna put up, sure.
This is
Yes.
the next exhibit will be H's again.
A pimp named ASAP earlier. That's crazy.
All right, I've seen it. Thank you, Ron.
Okay, Tom?
Yes, thank you, I've seen it.
Guys, what up, guys? That's your Instagram, I guess, post regarding investment property, correct?
I say that?
No, just, before we talk about, just answer the question. Ask the question again, Mr.
Sure. Is that, first of all, is that your Instagram post?
I don't recall.
You don't recall that your Instagram post?
No, I don't recall.
So, how about the next one, guys?
Wait a minute.
It's one.
We don't want the index appearing where the jury can see it.
Do you have another exhibit you want to show? Show the other exhibit, without an index.
Robert, did the jury instruct?
No,
you?
just stop.
You think they saw those 100 lines up in there?
I don't want the two of you arguing, there are no speaking objections.
Here we go. All
You
right,
got another
let's skip
exhibit
ahead
up
a
there, go
little
ahead and
bit.
ask about it.
Yeah,
I don't care
That was
about
my
the
question
Instagram
you asked.
post.
Face to face is different because you're having a real conversation opposed to texting. I'm thinking you mean in like every form.
So my exact question just a minute ago, Mr. Stefan, was, you understand that Rocky is not a difficult person to talk to face to face? You said, yeah, he is.
Oh, you said face to face?
I did. Okay, all right.
Well, it all depends in the context. Like, nobody's. But,
Anyway, you'd agree that Rocky
He
is
never
not a
wanted to
person,
answer the
right?
question either.
I don't know that.
You don't know that?
I don't know.
Okay.
There is relevant as to time.
Well,
And
Your Honor, stop. The objection as to Vegas time is sustained.
Your Honor, very important point. I just want to give counsel a heads up.
No speaking objections.
No, no, no.
No speaking objections. It's sustained as to the time, as to Vegas time.
Your Honor,
No.
Your Honor, I think the court's going to want me to approach on this. The court, I think it's going to appreciate when I ask you to approach.
Run it by Mr. Takapini first. Quietly.
Yeah, it looked like he scraped him from
Let's go like
wrestling.
this.
Yeah.
You agree, you weighed, back in 2021 November, you weighed about 205 pounds, right? Back then?
He don't recall.
Yeah, probably don't know.
Okay. You're 6'3"?
Correct.
Okay. Rocky's about 5'9", 5'10".
I don't know.
He yells stop a lot.
You're significantly, physically much larger than Rocky. You agree to that, right?
No.
You wouldn't agree to that? You're not much larger than Rocky.
Question was significantly announced.
Significantly is big.
Okay. In terms of physical size, are you bigger than Rocky?
I mean, clearly.
Okay. Now, when you went to meet Rocky, you didn't just walk to the W Hotel, right? You jogged there.
Yeah, job. Because I ain't gonna lie.
Because what?
Elijah was calling me,
Okay.
asking like where I was at.
And as you were quickly heading to Rocky in the W Hotel, you thought, to use your words, if there was going to be an altercation, there would be a bit of roughing. You said that, right?
If it was an altercation, yeah, but that's right, it was a fight.
Okay. And you thought maybe you'd have a fight with Rocky on the way to that W Hotel, right?
I did.
Okay. And you thought because...
But what's your definition of fighting? Because I would, like what I said, I was thinking argument. Like, you're not going to get to a fight without arguing first. So I'm thinking it can easily be de-escalated or whatever. But you go on.
And you thought because, according to you, fights what men do if they're angry, right?
Say what now?
Sure. According to you, you thought a fight is what men do if they're angry, right? Did you say that?
No, I don't recall.
You don't recall what?
He don't recall you.
Say that again? If men get, like,
According to you, you ever recall testifying that, according to you, when men are angry, they fight?
yeah, that's, I mean,
And of course, you were angry with Rocky on November 6, 2021, right?
no, I wasn't angry at him.
You weren't angry?
Is that no?
No.
So, were you upset with him or pissed at him?
No.
No. Okay. Your Honor, at this point, I would like.
But what about what? You're not making it clear.
Your Honor, at this point.
Wait, are you referring to before the shooting or after?
Right. On November 6th, as you were going to meet Rocky, you were angry at him. We saw your text messages
Oh, yeah.
about something else. Sorry, what did you say?
Can you restate the question because
Sure.
I'm trying to make it.
On November 6th, 2021, as you were going to meet Rocky, you were upset with him or pissed at him, right?
I don't recall.
Okay.
Yeah, he don't recall. Man, come on.
Stop the cap.
We know he recalled.
Your Honor, there,
We're gonna refresh his memory in a minute. Really thought Rihanna was gonna choose him? Oh God. I don't know about that one.
ADA 14th, 2022. Okay, you have stipulation on that. That's the right date.
Is it after the incident?
In November 2022 is after the incident, yes, sir. I mean, you had to be pissed at him a little. This is the district attorney public speaking. You had to be pissed at him a bit though. I mean, he's out there talking to other people and calling you a bitch. Your answer, wait, what do you mean? Physical with him? Answer, no. I said you had to be not physical. I didn't say physical. I meant you had to get upset with him or pissed at him. Your answer, oh yeah. recall giving that answer? Ever interviewed with the district attorney's office?
And that was the day, when was the text produced?
Is the stipulation that was the question, those are the questions asked, and those are the answers given?
Yes, and then just so it's clear, this is an interview conducted November 14, 2022.
So Deputy District Attorney Frederick Engels.
Yeah,
That's
Deputy DA.
Deputy
Angle.
Engels.
Was I mad at him? Can you repeat the question?
Hold on a second. I have a stipulation I read accurately, read wrong.
I think everybody agrees that
Okay.
that was the question, those were the questions asked, that was the answers given. Those are
Alright.
the answers given.
So answer the
Now,
question,
again,
Ellie.
you already testified, read from the transcript again, that as you were heading to Rocky, you believed he hadn't paid for those funeral expenses for ASAP Josh, right? We went through that already, right, Stefan?
I didn't hear. That was weeks prior that I wrote him that. It's two different situations. You're trying to mix it up. Jabari and Josh is way different. You gotta go back to Josh's text. That was 3 weeks prior to me getting that phone call. So I just mentioned Josh. I never combined them together. Everybody wanted to combine these two together. I don't know what that man is thinking within 3 weeks.
It's a recorded conversation, you, sir.
It's crazy he got up there and lied like that.
So on that same interview with the district attorney Engel in November of 2022, you said, talking about Josh's overdose, and it was a big thing where Rocky said he was going to pay for Josh, body to get flown to New York. It never happened. So, and I'm becoming successful. So I wrote him, and I just wrote him like, yo, bro, that's mad F up like this, that, and the third. Like I got myself out of mad situations. So I'm just like venting him, nothing bad, nothing like threatening, nothing, you get what I'm saying? So basically I'm just like cutting ties, like it's smoke and mirrors, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just reading your transcript. I'm not asking you if you get what I'm saying. So, you continue. Engel, sorry, DA Engel. Rocky essentially says he's going to pay for the transport of the body to get flown back to New York. It doesn't happen. You answer, right, it didn't happen. So that's a year later. According to you, still didn't think it happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor, relevance?
Yeah, like what are we talking about? Which one?
Relevance is when he went there.
I said overruled, so
Oh.
it's a fair question.
Sorry, go ahead, sir. On November 6, 2021, you still didn't think Rocky had paid for it.
It's a live recap.
I don't recall. I don't know how that's relevant.
Yeah, that's the judge over there, so I'm just asking you.
Okay. I don't recall.
Well, you just heard your, I have stipulation I heard accurately from the
Yeah,
transcript.
but that does not have nothing to do with the case.
We already stipulated.
Okay.
So yes, you read out the transcript.
And that was 1 year later. Just a few weeks earlier, to remind you something, a few weeks earlier, on October 16th, 2021,
Peace, Les.
you saw the text where you text, hi, Y. If Rocky don't do this shit for this boy funeral, I'm gonna beat that N-word up. You remember that text, right?
Your Honor, that was asked and answered.
Overruled.
You remember that text, right?
I don't recall.
You don't recall that text that we put up here?
Sorry, sir. Has nothing to do with the case. I'm so confused what's going on.
Don't be confused. Just answer the
Take a
question,
look,
man.
you recall it now?
I don't recall.
Take a look.
I see it. I see it. You ain't got
You can
to
read that?
I can see it.
What's the last line say? Oh, no, you were looking over here.
I've seen this already.
I know you have. Okay, so as you're heading, now let's get to the hotel. As you're heading to the W Hotel in Rocky at 10:08 p.m., you sent them a message saying you were in front of Trader Joe's. We saw that, right?
Yes.
And at that time you sent that message, you were actually still on your way. I think you testified to, right? You were walking down Argyle Avenue, and that's when you encountered Rocky.
I don't know when that text message. Wait, say it again, please.
You were on the way to Trader Joe's, and you were on the way to Trader Joe's, you sent them that message.
And I sent them that message
Right.
because the W is right next to Trader Joe's. And yeah,
But you eventually encountered Rocky as you
Yeah.
were walking down Argyle Avenue, right?
yeah, correct.
And even before the events depicted on the video, as you approached, there were words, you said, between you and Rocky from as far as 40 feet away from one another, right?
What?
As you approached Rocky, there were words you said.
I didn't say nothing. He said something to me, but okay.
What did he say?
He said something now, pussy.
Okay. And that was from 40 feet away, he told Detective Mannery, right?
I can't recall like what the. I know when I heard him, I seen him.
How far away was he?
I can't really recall right now.
And according to you, at the time, Rocky was just standing at a building when you approached him, right?
No, I said I heard him. And then he started like he was walking. I heard him.
It's a different question, which is, according to you, when you told Detective Flores, Rocky was just standing at a building when you finally approached him, correct?
No, I never said that.
You never said it to Detective Flores?
I don't recall.
Okay, you don't recall. And even though you claim Rocky made this remark to you as you guys were coming towards each other, you didn't turn around and leave when he said that, right?
Say what?
Okay. Even though Rocky...
When he said, whatever he said, I didn't turn around and leave?
Right, that's my question.
No.
You continued to approach him, right?
I mean, what's wrong with that?
I just asked you if you could
Yeah.
And you've
I
seen
think
on the
Rocky
video,
wants,
you showed the
or
initial
Raleigh
encounter
wants to be a
with Rocky
lawyer.
outside that parking garage, right?
Correct.
And is your testimony he grabbed you first
Yes, it is.
with his right hand, you said?
He grabbed me with his right?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I just lifted up my left. I know I just had my left up and I'm right.
Correct. The witness has extended his left hand outward, Your Honor.
Well, which hand did Rocky grab you with first?
I mean, we gotta go back to the video if you want to play it. We can play it 100 times.
So it's your testimony that the first person seen moving hand on that video is Rocky?
I mean, we can play it
Yeah, I
back.
don't believe
Okay,
anything he
as you sit
said.
here, you have an independent recollection from watching that video. Who's the first person on the video to move their hand?
Your Honor, is the question, does he have a recollection from watching the video?
That was the question.
Does he have a recollection of what actually
Do
happened?
you remember, can you put yourself at the scene, can you put yourself in the parking lot? All
I
right.
know it's not the parking lot, it's the parking garage.
All right, parking lot. Can you put yourself there in your mind's eye?
I don't want to lie and say.
I know, can you put yourself in your mind's eye there?
Yeah, go back to that day.
Sure.
You were there,
As
right?
you're sitting here now, I was actually referring to his recollection of the video, because it's a long time ago, like you said. You just saw the video yesterday, right?
I've seen the video a lot.
A lot. Do you recall, as you're sitting here, testifying, from the video, whose hand moves first, yours or Rocky's?
Your Honor, questions about the video are relevant. It's a piece of evidence for the jury to evaluate.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
I mean, can we play it?
Sure.
You don't remember, you don't know he was there. Dang, y'all are cooking really, man. Poor guy.
Oh, yeah. Sir.
He just wants to be a lawyer. Y'all know you would hire Raleigh.
We'll mark it. It's the
Stop
same
playing.
shit, but we'll mark it as Henry Line.
It's the same video?
And yes, the garage.
I showed it as Emerson Mary. Alex, was there an M?
I believe it's M. I've got the next M, Your Honor.
Do you have an, is the
I do
next
not.
one M as in Mary or N as in Nora?
I do not have an M as a Mary.
Okay, the next one is M as in Mary.
Okay. So we will now, sir, play that video for you, that portion of it. I want you to look at the video and watch it. And tell me whose hand you see moving first.
I mean, obviously you can't see Rocky on the block. Like, play it again?
I mean,
That's kind of
was he right there? It looks like he reaches his hand out first.
Again?
Not looking
It's
great.
hard to say. I know I need to put my hands on him.
So
I know that for a fact.
here's my
So-
question, sir. Let me just make sure you understand. According to this video, which is the evidence that this jury's looking at,
Whatever you want to try to do.
what's that say?
So whatever you want to try to do.
I want to try to ask you a question, okay? According to this video that you just looked at,
So combative for no reason. Just tell the truth, man.
whose hand moves first? Is my question. You want
I
to see
mean, I
that?
can't see the other person. You're saying who here moves first. We have to see both parties.
According to the video, which is the
All right, he's answered, he can't tell. That's another question.
Okay, you want to see it again?
I can't tell.
Okay. You testified that, well, let me ask you this question. You see Rocky's right hand coming up after
Play it again.
your left hand is up. Go ahead.
I wouldn't hire Relly to wash my car.
There you go.
Wait, play that.
Okay.
Oh man, that's crazy.
He's grabbing me. You see him literally grabbing my arm, bro.
Okay. That's your.
You see him tugging at me.
Okay. Is he coming at you here or are you
Play
playing
back. Play back. I just seen it.
Okay.
Tugging at my arm. My other arm is down and I'm a righty. And I'm so big, if I wanted to fight this man, and I'm getting touched.
He said everybody keeps saying Relly's big.
Arm is down and I'm a righty. And I'm so.
His arm, Rocky's arms were down. Oh shoot, I just messed it up. Dang y'all, my bad. Hold on. Here we go.
I mean, obviously you can't see Rocky. I'm blocking.
There we go. We're back.
This jury's looking at.
Whatever you want to try to do.
So whatever you want to try to do.
Recall. Yes. Then read your preliminary hearing.
They keep saying, "Oh, he's a big guy. He's a big guy. I'm a big guy."
Page 9.
Yep, I'm getting it. Page 63 on 22 to 25.
What line? Second line?
22 to 25.
Okay.
Question to you. And did he do anything besides just grab the collar? Your answer. I mean, he was yanking it, you know, and I tried, like, pulling him back, you know. You told me that answer on oath.
I don't remember that time. Wait, what did you say again?
Stipulate, yes.
All right, the question that was just read from the preliminary hearing transcript, and the answer given by Mr. Efron, that is what is reflected in the transcript. We are stipulating that.
Okay. So, now it's your story that during this initial encounter that we just observed, Rocky pressed the gun against your stomach. Correct?
Yes, correct.
He also pressed.
He didn't touch my stomach, but he pointed it out at me. Nothing that physically touched me. He pointed it at me.
Okay, so it didn't physically touch your stomach.
No, I didn't touch my stomach.
So therefore, if it didn't physically touch your stomach,
It was in between.
let me finish. If it didn't physically touch your stomach, like you just said, you wouldn't have felt the barrel of the gun against your stomach, right?
I don't know what I was feeling. Everything happened fast.
I understand.
Fast.
Right. But you just told the jury nothing physically touched your stomach. Gun did not physically touch you, right?
I don't recall, sir.
Okay. Did you not testify that you felt the barrel of the gun touching your stomach previously?
I don't recall.
Okay. I'll
They said he was a big guy. That's what they keep saying.
read it.
Yeah, like you gotta read, but I don't know.
Oh, I've been doing that. But I'll do it again. Page 63, lunch 22. No, I'm sorry.
And so far, it looks like most of you are saying that it's
On
not guilty.
November of 2022. Transcript is page 18, 78. You can it back. The relevant portion. He's like Elijah and 12 he's off to the side. Elijah's put it away. No. He's literally, I'm feeling the barrel of the gun in my stomach. Like, do you recall saying that to the district attorney?
Oh, I forgot about this. He straight up lied for real. He said Rocky put the gun in his chest. Man.
In 2022.
Say it again. Like Elijah and
This is relevant portion.
Wait, hold on, sir. What was this, a phone call or?
Phone interview with the district attorney's office in 2022. Do you recall saying I'm feeling the barrel of the gun in my stomach?
I'm feeling the barrel of the gun in my stomach. I don't recall.
Okay.
I just want to be clear, is the question whether you recall saying it, or is the question whether in fact,
I believe the question was, did you call it saying?
Correct.
Okay.
Because initially today he said nothing touched. So that was my question. Thank you. You also told detectives that in that instance that we saw in this video, not only did he put the gun to your stomach, but he also put the gun to your head, right?
No, he didn't put no actual physical, it didn't never touch me, but he pointed it. He pointed it to my stomach and I said that she's trying to trip me up. He pointed it to me, to my head and my stomach, and he said he's gonna kill me.
Okay.
Now he said he's trying to
Mr. Efron,
trip him up.
I just read your words from the recorded conversation where you said you felt the barrel. I'm not trying to trip you up. I'm asking you if you recall.
If I'm next to him in 2 seconds, a gun can easily touch you, do anything. I don't know. Like, a gun was pulled on me. It was pointed at me and it was fired later.
So it was now pointed to your stomach and also to your head, right?
I'm going to object to the word now, it's argumentative.
According to you today, according to your testimony, the gun was pointed at your stomach and at your head, correct?
It was pointed at me, Mr. Takapino.
At your stomach and at your head, right?
It was pointed at me.
Where, sir?
At my stomach and my head.
Anywhere else?
I don't recall. I don't remember.
It's nowhere in the
Did you also
video.
tell detectives that the gun was also pointed in the third place? Your chest as well?
If he's pointed to my body, my chest. Bro, all this is the same. All of this is the same.
So the
He
stomach-
pulled the gun out. He pointed at me. He said, I'm going to kill you. Boom, boom, it happened quick. He pointed it. That's it.
For the record, Your Honor, when the witness said it's all the same, he made a finger as a gun, he pointed it at his stomach and his chest, indicating the stomach and the chest are all the same. That, of course, you guys were on.
Sure.
Yes, I did.
So when you're describing the chest and the stomach, it's the same to you, correct?
It's not the same, but he's pointed at me. Which way you put it, the gun's pointing at me.
And you testified that he also said, I'll kill you right now, right?
Yeah.
First of all, do you remember those words? Specifically, remember those words, sir?
I mean, he's screaming it. He's saying, like, I'll kill you.
Did he say those words, I'll kill you?
It's 3 versus 1.
You're sure?
And Relly's not looking
Okay.
great.
In fact, when you spoke to the district attorney only 1 year later, in November of 2022, on tape, what you said was, you don't remember what he said because it was so long ago. Isn't that true?
I mean, that's pretty much a tactic you had since day one, drag it out. But if I'm refreshed, I can remember. It's been 3 years. If he was innocent, he would be home a long time ago.
Dang.
I don't know.
There's no question.
He said if he was innocent, he'd be out a long time ago.
Just wait till he asks me a question. Yeah, why don't you ask,
That's a fair question, I think.
no, I know that, but we're almost
Jeez.
4 o'clock, so go ahead and finish the topic, and then we'll take a break. Recess.
Here's the question. You swore to this jury that Rocky said to you exact words, I'll kill you right now. Not that something like, you remember those words you told the jury.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, I remember.
1 year after this incident, sir. 1 year after, not 3.5 years later. like
And that
now.
never happened.
1 year after, you had a tape interview with the district attorney's office. And what you said to them was, and then Rocky, like, he's saying something, I don't really remember because it was just like a long time ago, so I don't really remember what he was saying.
Because I'm getting tired of talking to everybody, bro. Nothing was happening. It took them 9 months to even pursue the case.
So you didn't give me the honest answer? because
It's not
you're
honest. I'm just tired.
Mr. Efron?
I'm going to read from that transcript.
It's
Your Honor.
it's a stipulation that those questions were asked and those answers were given when Mr. Efron was in.
Oh, that's when it cut out. All right, there it is. Y'all want to keep going? We do have an update here from Kathy Russin over at Law and Crime. She said they were actually able to get the video from what went on in court this morning. So shout out to Law and Crime. Hopefully we'll have that soon. She said that 6 minutes ago, so I can't imagine they'll have it updated or uploaded anytime soon. But let me double check and see if I can find it. So let me see. So I've got my notifications turned on over there just in case. Yeah, they're awesome, man. Shout out to Law and Crime. Even though I don't know, there are a couple of attorneys that were ready to get him up out of here, but I think they do a great job. I don't see anything yet. So we might let's go through some more of this testimony because I don't want to miss this when they drop it because this is going to be major. So let's go back to day 5 and some of, y'all said I'm the go. I appreciate it. Now we just working, man. We're going to get there. Shout out to Law and Crime though. What do we need? Day 5. Let's go back to day 5 and we're going to look at this on Court TV. Y'all are wild in the comments, man. Let's stay 5. Boom. All right, here's the rest of cross-examination. Let's see what Relly's talking about over here.
That's the lights there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not yet. No verdict yet. We're still waiting.
Okay. And after that happened, Rocky turned around and walked away.
We're still waiting on the verdict.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And after that, everything, using your words, everything is about to be over at that point, right?
I mean, right after we saw Jamel putting the knife away, so it wasn't really, everything happened fast.
Yeah, before you get to that part, let me just ask you this question. When you see Rocky put that away and start walking away, you said everything is about to be over at that point, right? Before you see anything else.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And after Rocky turned and walked away, and everything was about to be over, the altercation had ended,
Give me 1
despite
second, y'all.
Rocky having displayed what you said was a gun, you didn't run away from him, right?
Clearly not.
Well, hold on. You didn't run away, or that's not right?
No, I didn't run away.
No, he said clearly not.
Yeah, clearly not.
Is it clearly not right, or clearly that he didn't run away? Because you said,
I
you
didn't
asked
run
the
away.
question, then you said, is that right?
Good point. Okay. To the contrary, you actually, at one point, told Rocky to shoot the gun, right?
That was before. I was like, if you brought a gun, shoot it.
Okay. In any event, you started following Rocky, Hills, and Twelby as they started walking down Argyle Avenue to Selma.
Negative.
Negative.
No.
Okay.
I told you I was talking to Jamel.
Yep, verdict watch had started, y'all. We're about an hour and some change in.
Which exhibit is this? Is this
This is People's One, Your Honor.
number one?
Yeah, one. But we make it straight. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Relly has
So-
any friends after this.
Selma's here, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Where was the parking lot location on this map?
Point, can you
Initial.
point out on the exhibit that's behind you?
Wait, the first, when he first
Yes,
pulled out?
Yes.
That's in the parking garage. So that would be. Is this the W right here?
Hold on, we'll have.
Can you put the other one up?
Here you go. It's right here on Argonne, right here. That's the prosecution.
And I'll let y'all know when we get the video too. Hopefully we can get that from Law and Crime soon. That'll be amazing. Uh-oh, here we go. Hold on. Uh-oh, I think Google Chrome is quitting on me. There we go. We got it.
So see where I just put that pen?
Okay, can you put the one of the visual picture up?
Sure. This one?
That's People's 2, Your Honor.
Yeah.
There's two.
Okay, what am I looking at?
The parking garage over there.
Yeah, park. This is where the shooting happened?
Right, go around.
Y'all-
Right here. So it's
Y'all
right
really
here.
think the not guilty's coming today?
So
All right.
I'll put the map back up. So, right here is on Argyle Avenue, where the parking lot was.
Okay.
And this is the route you took. When you followed them, correct?
Yeah, shoot that.
Yes. Okay.
And he never denied following them either. Which is interesting.
Now, I asked you before, as Rocky, Hills, and Trolley started walking away down Argyle, heading towards Selma, did you follow them? And what was your answer, sir?
I told you I was talking to 12E because I seen him with a knife. But yes, I walked down the block with him.
Behind them, you were following, right?
I was following him. I was walking with Ills. 12E was right there, and Rocky was in front.
Indicating that the two other individuals, the last two you said, were in front of the position and neither case you had your eyes for the left.
Okay. So, you said that eventually you saw 12E with a pocket knife?
I seen him putting away a pocket knife. I didn't kneel him down, like putting it away.
All right. So as the three of them are walking up Argyle to Selma, and you're walking with them, you started to use your words, talking shit to them, right?
I just started talking, expressing my feelings for what just happened and overall.
Okay. Let's. Thanks. You know, I asked you a second ago, I was looking for your preliminary hearing testimony under, I asked you before, when they, the three of them, Bill, 12, and Rocky, started walking away down Argyle towards Selma, you followed them, and you said incorrect, right?
I don't recall. I don't.
Just a second.
When
You don't
what are
know.
you talking about? Because you tripped like.
The question and answer we had this, like.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll get the.
I'm gonna ask it again. I'll ask it again. When 12B, Bills, and Rocky started walking down Argyle to Selma,
I'll get the clock up
away
there for
from
you.
you followed them, correct?
But I think the word follow
Yeah,
has multiple
not-
interpretations.
Hold on.
So speaking to
Mr. Lewis,
They,
Stop speaking objections. Advice to everybody.
No speaking objections. Come on, man.
objection they,
Sustained.
Well, let me read you from your preliminary hearing testimony,
Would you mind?
156, Your Honor.
Hold on, hold on.
Yeah, of course, I'm gonna wait for you. 156, line 3, to line 5. It's only 2 lines.
Okay.
Okay. This is you under oath in November of 2023. Question. They started walking eastbound on Argyle to Selma, and you followed them, correct? Answered by you.
Yeah, sure.
Answered by you, yes.
Yes.
Yes, we're at yes now? Okay. See?
All right, I've got the verdict clock up there for y'all.
Trying to make it sound like something else.
that's argumentative.
We talked about this
Withdrawn,
yesterday.
withdrawn, you're right, Brian. Absolutely. Okay. So.
There we go.
Now, at one point, as you were following them, I think you testified on your direct, you don't really remember what you said to 12 emails. Is that right?
Which one was this? Which they
Which day?
repeat the question first.
Okay, let's focus on November 6th, 2021. Okay, after the initial incident at the parking lot. Okay, with that?
Hold on.
Keep going.
Okay. When you're following
This way.
Rocky, 12 and Hills down Argyle to Selma, you said words to Hills and 12. Do you remember specifically what you said to them?
I think I said something about 12. He's not where he's supposed to be, and it was just like a crackhead or something like that, or like he's on. I don't know what I was saying. There was a lot of stuff I was saying. I mentioned a lot of other people's names, like
There we go.
a lot of stuff. It was like a block and a half. We were walking. I'm just talking. You know, a
What
lot of
is-
stuff.
What you said to Hills was that he was a crackhead, right?
Okay.
And what you said to 12 was that he lives in the projects.
Why
right?
is it doing this? I'm trying to get the verdict
so.
up for y'all.
And you're walking with them as you said that. They could hear you, correct?
Yeah.
And as you were saying these things, you weren't like speaking softly. You were yelling at them, right?
There we go.
I mean, I'm just talking. I'm just verbally expressing my feelings. I just had a gun pulled on me.
Was your voice elevated or were you yelling when you said that to them?
I don't remember.
Okay. Page 70, line 6 to 18.
Now it's gonna give us issues because we got the clock up there.
70, page 70, line 16 to 18. 16 to 18. I think I said 6, well, you're right. Question by you, question by me. At your preliminary hearing when you were on the road in 2023, was your voice elevated or were you yelling this stuff? Answer, yeah, yes. Okay. So, you went all the way from that parking lot on Argyle, that on People's Exhibit 1, to the corner of Argyle and Selma. You made the right following them to Vista Del Mar. And you went to that corner of Vista Del Mar and Selma with them, right?
Correct.
All right.
All right, we're good.
And your
now. There we
testimony
go.
was that you were asked on direct testimony by the prosecutor that you never saw Rocky carry a gun before, correct?
Did I ever? When was it? A second preliminary hearing?
No, the trial, just the
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember.
He don't recall. Again.
This is your trial testimony from
Yeah, but it's
2 days ago. Line 523, page 233. You don't have it. I'll read it one more. Share my transcript. Yeah, go on. It's sworn testimony, but okay. Right, I'll read it. Question, this is just in front of the jury. Did you know the defendant carried guns regularly? And that was when the prosecutor was asking questions. Answer, not really. I think one time he said, I seen like on his wallet, he had like a firearms in New York one time or something like that. But I don't remember ever seeing or knowing, like physically knowing. Question, okay. I mean, did you personally see him with a gun on occasion before this?
That's funny.
Answer, no. He has a lot of security.
I'm gonna make sure it's still.
So you told this story that you had not known Rocky carry guns before, correct?
I mean, I'm only I don't chill with the man, but I'm assuming he doesn't really. He's a superstar.
Yeah, if he's found
I'm really
guilty, they're
joking,
locking him
I
up.
don't know. You asked me a broader question.
That won't happen though.
All the time I chill with him, I don't know him from carrying guns.
This is for as long as answer that
Oh,
question.
okay.
You gave the answer.
Okay.
That's a truthful answer, right?
I don't chill with the man. I don't chill, so I don't know what he does.
But you don't know him to carry guns, correct? That's what you said.
I mean, it's, I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Well, one thing you know is for sure he doesn't carry prop guns. That you know.
I mean, who carries a prop gun?
That's what you know, though, right?
Who's gonna come to a situation and
Rocky,
carry a prop gun
apparently.
if you?
Mr. Efron,
That's not my question.
Mr. Takapita is asking you a question.
He's over there.
I don't.
Wait.
What?
Mr. Takapita is asking you a question whether it's a yes, or no, or I don't recall, or I don't remember. That's the question.
Second.
Ask the question again.
Sure. You said you didn't know him to carry guns, and therefore you don't know if he carries guns. But as far as prop guns are concerned, that you know, for a fact he never carries. That's what he told
It's
you.
either yes or no.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
So, anyway, clearly after you saw Rocky with what you said was a gun, you were not afraid to follow him.
It wasn't about being afraid.
I asked you a question, so you can
Wasn't
be here
about being
until
afraid.
next week if you want. After you
Answer the
saw
question.
I
Rocky,
was afraid. I was afraid. I was hurt. I was a lot of
Mr.
things.
Efron, he's asking you another question which calls for yes or a no.
What's
Ask
the question?
again.
sure. After you saw Rocky with what you say was a gun, you were not afraid to follow him.
No.
Excellent.
You were actually questioned about that on December 17th.
Well, the last answer was a question, double negative, so I don't think we have an answer that is understood. Maybe the question can be asked.
Were you afraid of Rocky when you were following him?
Was I afraid?
After you saw the gun.
After you saw the gun and you were following, were you afraid of him?
At that moment 3 years ago, going to
Yeah.
Yes.
He said, dang, I gotta think about this one.
I mean, I just had a gun pulled on me. Yeah.
Yeah, you were afraid to follow him. But despite your
Is
fear,
it
you
yes?
did.
It's funny. He says, who carries a prop gun? Who follows somebody they think has a real gun? I mean, what are we doing here?
Despite your fear, you did it anyway, right?
I mean, a lot was going on. Yeah, my emotions, everything.
So your testimony to this jury under oath was that you were afraid to follow him when you saw him pull that gun. You testified to that same question at the preliminary hearing in November of 2023, under oath, the same oath you took here, and you asked this question and you gave this answer. 158 on 24 to 27.
Is that the preliminary hearing transcript or the trial transcript?
Preliminary hearing, Your Honor.
158.
158 on 24 to 27.
Hold on.
I'm holding you.
It's fair game.
Relly should be arrested. I agree.
Okay, and again, clearly, after you seeing that he had a gun, according to you, you aren't afraid of him or afraid to follow him, right? Answer, no. So in November of 2023, after you saw him pull a gun, you were not afraid to follow him. Today, after you saw him pull a gun, thinking back, you were afraid to follow him, correct?
I just told you a lot was going on. I'm feeling a lot of different things, but at the moment, I was just mad. There was a lot of shit was going on.
Anyway, you were asked by detectives that same question within a month or so in December of 2021, December 17th to be exact, a little over a month. You were asked by detectives, including Detective Flores, who asked you, why did you continue following Rocky if you knew he had a gun? You remember that line of questions by the detectives?
No.
And do you remember telling the detectives you didn't know why?
Exactly. I don't know. I'm arguing with 12E. I just told you before earlier, but I mean, just the next question or whatever you got.
And then you were questioned later about that, almost a year later, again. In November 14th of 2022 by the Deputy District Attorney, Fred Engel, who's heard a lot about, who again questioned you, why would you follow the guy that you saw pull a real gun on you? And this time you said, I don't know why I didn't turn around after you pulled out the gun the first time. You remember telling him that?
It's BS.
Say it again, please.
Sure. The interview you had with the District Attorney for Engel, okay, in November of 2022, he asked you why you didn't turn around after you saw him pull out a gun. And your answer was, I don't know why I didn't turn around after you pulled out the gun the first time. Remember that?
I mean, it's so many interviews. It's pretty, they all consistent. So
Do you remember saying that or not?
I don't remember.
Okay. I guess I'll I'll read that transcript if you can, because Paul is from the, we have a different transcript. Can you find it? You have it. On line 14, the answer to Mr. Henry was, yeah, because I don't know why I didn't turn around after he pulled out the gun the first time. I probably, more than likely, I was getting ready to leave, before I saw 12 pulling out the knife. Putting the knife away, thank you. Okay, I've already listened. So then I'm thinking, okay, thank you. So then I'm thinking, okay, this is a white flag situation. They just come with Rocky, but now when I see 12 with the knife, I'm thinking, what the F? They come here to assassinate. Remember saying that?
Yeah.
You do?
I don't remember, but it's in the content.
Okay.
It was a long time ago.
So, in front of this jury now, let's get your answer in front of this jury. You asked on 2 different occasions, on 2 different days by the prosecutor, January 28th and January 29th, why you followed a man with a gun.
Why'd you follow a man with a
On
gun?
your
It's
first
a
day of
great question.
testimony, you were asked, did you ever think
Yep.
he would actually shoot you? And your answer to that question to this jury was, at that point, I don't know. Like I said, I was just so mad, I seen the gun, I didn't care. Remember telling the jury that?
Yeah.
Okay. On your second day of testimony from the prosecutor, you were asked why you followed Rocky if you knew he had a real gun, and you said you believed he definitely wouldn't shoot you. You know what I'm saying that?
Yeah, because you put it away.
Okay. Now, in fact, during the altercation by the parking garage, you told Rocky something to the effect of, shoot that dumbass fake gun. Did you say something like that?
No.
Okay. Now, on the record, you were asked this question about that.
That's
Would
crazy.
you have said that about the, where you shoot that dumbass fake gun or something to that effect? Would you have said that because you knew he definitely doesn't carry a fake gun? Remember?
That's going to assume a fact, not an evidence.
What's that?
It's a question.
Where's that coming from?
There's direct testimony on. I'll like to read
Word
it.
for word?
I'll read it.
Yeah, read it word for word.
Problem form the question.
I don't know what the question was. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I'll read it. I'll read the question.
Question and answer. Go ahead.
Sure. Said to this jury on the 29th of January, questioned by Mr. Nichols, did you say to the defendant, put that fake gun away? Answer by you, no. Question, is that something you would say to him? Answer, no, why would I say put that fake gun away? Question, does that confuse you? Because you don't know him to actually carry a fake gun? Answer, just confusing me all around. Remember giving that answer?
Yes.
You guys go, okay.
Y'all are saying not guilty, not guilty, not guilty.
You did, however, tell Rocky to shoot whatever was in his hand, right?
That was prior.
Parking lot, yeah.
That was prior. That was not when he shot the actual gun.
No. On Argonne.
When he first linked up, yeah.
Correct. Right. You did tell him to shoot.
Yeah. No, I didn't say shoot. I said if you brought a gun, shoot it. Like, why you bring the gun for?
Shoot it.
I mean, like, at that point, it's just like, why you got a gun?
And the reason you told him to shoot it is because you knew that was not a real gun, right?
Absolutely not.
We have to just take your word for that, right?
I mean, we gotta take your word.
Don't take my word. I'm not doing this.
No, don't start that.
I'm not
He
doing
asks the questions, you answer the questions. Go ahead.
When you first reported this incident to the police 2 days later, on November 8th, 2021, you said you saw initially Elijah Ulunga, meaning ASAP Ills, armed with it. That was your first version, correct?
What? I never said that.
When you say what, did you not understand the question?
I didn't understand the question.
You didn't understand
I
the
didn't
question?
understand the
All right.
question.
When you first reported this incident to the police on November 8th, 2021, you told the police that the person you saw with the knife was Ills, not yours.
No, I never said that.
You never said
I
that.
never said that.
So if that were in a police report, that would be wrong.
It would be wrong.
Okay.
You got the police report?
I do.
Yeah.
Hold on. Remember everybody's role?
Stop getting the attitude.
He asks the questions. You answer the
Yo,
questions.
why'd they waste the smart water on this dude? It did not help him.
You don't ask him questions.
Such a waste of a smart
You don't
water.
answer your questions. He asks, you answer. Okay? That's what we're doing. All right?
There's people out here that actually want to learn
Would
stuff.
you like to see the document?
Waste of the smart water on really.
Oh.
You want to show him something? Show it.
Your Honor, it's improper impeachment, it's not a statement of the witness.
Overruled.
Can we?
No.
Explain, Your Honor, it's not a statement of the witness.
Oh, wait.
It's not a
This
statement.
is not
of the
his
witness.
statement?
It's a summary.
It's not, Your Honor.
They stop.
Yeah, we need to approach.
Let me see it. Let me see it. No, no one's going to approach. Just let me see what you're talking about.
No verdict yet. We're still waiting. We're about an hour and 30 minutes in, y'all. And I'm trying to see if Law and Crime, I don't see anything from Law and Crime yet. I was really hoping they would get that video up.
Well, yes.
You cannot read from it.
Oh, I was reading from it. I'm going to show it to you. Fresh and recollection.
You can ask him about the sum and substance of it.
Which I did. Okay. Do you remember meeting with Detective Flores? Who's sitting in the back of the courtroom on November 9th? It's only a couple days after the incident. Do you remember meeting with Detective Flores? So I'm asking.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
What's the question?
Your Honor, there's a lack of foundation.
Overruled.
Do you?
We're going to take it.
Please, let me ask you a question,
Said, is this live?
You have the call.
Well, we haven't actually thought.
Sometimes I wonder why I put the headline up there.
We have water in the building. Bottled water.
Should I wait or?
Oh, no, this is okay.
Here's my question. Just, do you remember meeting with Detective Flores on November 9th? You know Detective Flores, right?
I don't remember.
Can you stand up for a second?
I don't remember.
Okay, you don't remember meeting
I
with him?
don't remember.
Okay. We'll move on. Now, you spoke to the police in November of 2021. That you agree with, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you told them you saw the knife while Rocky was pointing the alleged gun at you and yelling, and you were yelling at Rocky. Did you tell them that?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
So if that were in a police report, that's wrong also, right?
Your Honor, that's going to call for speculation.
Hold on. Stop. All right. Is it, there's an objection to a question?
There is.
Okay, read the question, please.
So if that weren't a police report, that's wrong also, right?
It lacks foundation.
Stop.
Give my grounds.
I'm just, hold on a minute.
All right.
I hate to have you.
So, if that were in a police report, that's wrong also, right?
Fair question. Overruled.
Did you hear that question?
Say it again.
Okay. So if that were in a police report,
What's the question?
you want me to go back to that?
Yeah.
When you spoke to the police in November of 2021, you told them you saw the knife while Rocky was pointing the alleged gun at you and you were yelling at Rocky.
False.
False. Now the next one is this one. If that were in a police report, that would be wrong, right? Correct?
Can you say the question again?
Sure. If that were in a police report,
No,
on the back,
yeah.
Come on, Relly.
when you spoke to
You know
the
what's
police
going on.
in November of 2021, the year and the month of this incident, you told them you saw the knife while Rocky was pointing the alleged gun at you,
No.
and you were yelling at Rocky.
No.
Not right, not accurate. Sir?
No, not accurate.
Okay. My next question is this one. Stay with me here. If that were in a police report, that would be incorrect.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You also told the police in November of not withdrawing.
So he
You
lied
told
in the police
November
report too?
of 2021 that only after you said why you got a knife did the person put that knife away. Is that accurate?
Excuse me?
Did you tell the
He said,
police
huh?
in November of 2021 that only after you said to the person with the knife, let's say 12, why you got the knife, did 12 put that knife away?
No, he was putting the knife away. He was putting it away. I seen him. I turned around and seen him putting it away.
So the question I just asked you is false. You
I
didn't
just
say
told
that.
you what I said. I told you what I said. Yes, it's false.
Oh.
Lord.
So it's your testimony that you didn't even notice the knife until it was already being put away, correct?
Correct.
All right. And for that matter, according to you, the
There was
person
no knife.
holding the knife never threatened you with it.
No.
Okay. And of course, even though you looked at the video of the incident, you never saw any knife on that video, right?
I mean, we only seen 2 seconds of him pulling the gun out. The rest you can't see because it was like a couple cars down. Or car down, 2 cars down.
Mr. Tackett is not asking about the gun. That's the question again.
Sure. According to you, you watched that video of the Argyle Street parking lot incident, the first encounter. And even though you looked at that video, you never saw any knife on that video.
No, it was out of frame.
So you never saw any knife on the video?
No.
And it's your story that you only followed Rocky, Ills, and 12 because you saw the knife, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So you didn't see 12 putting away a pocket knife. You weren't going to follow them around the corner.
No, just further, I got mad. I was like, I just had a gun pulled on me, and now I'm seeing 12 with a knife.
A pocket knife that he was putting away. That's your testimony.
You keep trying to dumb it down. A pocket knife, a gun. What's going on?
So you said pocket knife. I didn't say it. I'm not
I mean,
telling
the
you.
way you
That's true.
Stop.
like it's regular.
Stop. Ask another question.
Sure. So the entire time you were following them all and saying what you were saying, we've been through that already. Rocky didn't yell at you.
Nah, he didn't say nothing.
He didn't curse at you.
He didn't say nothing.
He didn't say it. In fact, on the other hand, you were livid at the time, I think you just said, correct? Mad.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. And in fact, according to you, as you followed them, you were ready to hit 12.
Yeah, because I just seen him with a knife, but I wasn't going to
So
hit
the
him.
answer is yes, no, Matt?
Yes.
You ready to hit 12?
Yeah.
Ask another
Okay.
question.
That, in my head, but not physically. Because if I hit him, I'd probably get shot. Like, let's say it.
You were ready to hit 12 in in your head?
I mean, I just asked somebody got a knife, and he said it's not like that. He said, no, it's not like that.
We didn't see
You were
any
ready
type
to
of
vote.
interaction.
Correct.
We didn't see that interaction at all. So I don't know where he's getting this from.
Yes, no, I don't remember, I don't know.
Yes, no, I don't recall. I don't
No,
know.
no, don't do that. It's either yes or no, or I don't recall.
Yes. Okay, yes.
Now, you said on January 28th and 29th, when asked about your relationship with Ills, that up until the incident, you had no animosity towards Ills, correct?
No.
Meaning,
Wait,
you had no animosity.
Your Honor, can we request that no questions are being asked double negatives? Not intended.
That's a
lot
great
of lawyers
question.
do it. It happens. Try not, if you expect the answer to be no, then don't say, is that correct? Because if he says yes,
You're right,
then,
you're right.
all right.
So, you had no animosity for Ills.
I mean, we're brothers, we all argue, so I don't know, like, but at the time, before, no.
Okay. And at the time, on November 6, 2021, according to you, up until the incident, your relationship with Ills was very good.
It was.
Yet, when you spoke about your relationship with Ills to the Deputy District Attorney Engel, a little over 2 years ago, in 2022, you said that Ills hates me and I hate him. Right?
Yeah.
So you just told us your relationship with Ills was very
You're
good.
not letting me explain why. If you
Oh,
want to
explain why.
explain-
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so after he chose a side, and everybody hated me. So obviously, I'm gonna tell the deputy district attorney I do not like him.
Yeah.
Literally everybody. What I'm supposed to like to do?
You were being asked, Mr. Efron, about the days leading up to November 6, 2021. You said on November 6, 2021, Ills hated you.
No,
you
that's
hated us.
that's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Deputy,
I mean, you can just pull up me into those
Don't talk,
conversations.
there's no question asked of you, just wait for the next question.
question by the district attorney this year, reported interview on October 2022. When you guys walk down the street, there's kind of like, and you interrupt and answer, and see the only person who I feel like even, and he hates me, and I hate him, is Elijah.
Right, you said it. Reread it.
Reread it?
Yeah, reread it.
No, don't, you cannot, do not tell Mr. Tacopina what to do. His job is to ask you questions, your job is to answer questions.
Anyway,
Come on, really. And I'm still waiting on the video
let's
for
go
Law
to
and
that
Crime,
second
y'all. I haven't
incident
seen it yet.
On East Del Mar.
I'm still
16,
checking.
East Del Mar. That physical altercation lasted about 25 seconds according to the video. Is that right? Did you agree
The
with that?
initial,
The second?
I don't know, I didn't.
Okay, let's play the video. 25 seconds.
Exhibit, give me my-
Pardon, Your Honor? Oh, exhibit,
So,
yeah.
which exhibit is it?
And,
N is in Nora?
right.
Still nothing yet.
Is there a timestamp on this? Wait, it's gone.
We lost our feed up here.
This time.
You got to start it didn't start at 0.
It started at 0.
It started at
Starts at
about
20.
6 seconds.
2217 is where it starts.
0, 0 to
2217.00 to 2217.26. That's 26 seconds. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, so this is a great question. I'm not really up to date on this. Can someone tell me what happens if the majority of the jury concludes he's guilty? Does the majority decide the verdict, or do they all have to agree? It has to be unanimous. Otherwise, it's a hung jury. And why are they taking so long to deliberate? Someone is holding it up. Like, y'all, I've served on the grand jury. And there's always going to be somebody that's like, yeah, let me see that again. Oh, let me see this. And again, I'd rather them be more thorough than not. So, they're probably watching this video over and over and over and over and over and over, as I think they should, because what Relly's saying just doesn't make sense. And they have to have a unanimous decision, one way or the other, or it's a hung jury.
So that incident lasted about 26 seconds. You agree with that based on what you just saw, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you yourself can't make out the activity on that video, right?
Yeah, I can.
You can.
Yeah.
Well, you met with the detectives in December of 2021, only a few weeks after the incident. And you watched that video.
Oh, there might be a
And when you
verdict
watched
today. I
that
don't know. We'll have to
video,
wait and see.
Detective Flores and Detective Menifee, what you said was, you can't make out the activity because it's so crazy. You don't remember having that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, here's the thing. That was videotaped, that interview, so we're gonna play you a snippet of your interview. We're gonna start with 4 minutes and 36 seconds, and go to 4 minutes and 48 seconds. This is,
Is this a new exhibit?
it is.
Oh,
Can I say something?
no. This is O as an ocean.
Okay. We're,
Is there a transcript of this?
there's no transcript, it's one. Is there a transcript?
There has to be a transcript.
There is a transcript. All right.
The transcript will be P as in Paul.
And we are just for the record, I'm just gonna read what's on the screen.
Y'all see the clock. It's almost been 2 hours.
Is the question being asked, can he tell what's going on by watching the video? Or is the question, does he know what's going on by watching the video because he was a part of the incident? It's unclear what he's being asked.
That's what neither of those questions, that's what I asked. And again,
Both of you stop. Is there a transcript?
would you like to respond?
No. Is there a transcript? Of the portion you're going to play?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Al, can you distribute the transcript,
Yes,
please?
sir. Your Honor, we have a transcript that we can run on the computer side by side.
Oh,
We have
shit.
a transcript, a digital copy, we can put on the computer screen next to the video that's playing. So we don't have copies. We'll switch to everyone that happens.
Okay, some of y'all are saying you think we're gonna have a verdict at the end of the day.
We have,
All right, can you just show me what you're talking?
Your Honor, I have it as well. I'm offering it to the defense if they want to use
Just
my
have to
file.
find where
All right, if both of you are agreed, then I'm fine.
well, yeah, let's see where we are here.
I am asking the question to clarify.
I don't remember what the question was.
I'll do it again in a second. All right, just do this first, please.
Yes.
Let me see. We do this.
portion of this
All right.
tape. So,
The portion that you're going to play is O. Part of the transcript that you're going to show is P.
we're going to use, we're only using one portion. So, right, I'll okay. So, here's the question again. Do you recall saying, one question, while watching this videotape with Detective Flores and Detective Manafee, that you couldn't make out the activity because it's so crazy? Do you recall saying that?
No.
Okay, I'd like to tell you that first. Do you need the transcript for that? It's the whole thing.
No, I don't think so. Because it's a prior inconsistent statement, so you don't need it. Go
That's
ahead.
it. Only 12 seconds. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Alright. So, you give it that clip? Yeah, I play over time. So, Rocky.
I still can't make out the activity because it's so crazy, but it's. Yeah, because it's grainy. That was the first time they ever showed it to me. I'm pretty sure everybody who sees it 2 or 3 times, they can make it out. After that, that was the first time I ever seen it.
Okay. So you do recall saying that?
Remember,
now.
he didn't need to be prepped, all right?
Okay. All right.
This that
And
really
it's
is
your
so annoying.
story that you were actually injured after Rocky fired the first time.
We're going to object to the word story as argument.
Your testimony.
Sustained.
Your testimony.
Just a minute. Since O and P are
That's
now
true.
being
Lunch, them
submitted
taking on lunch
to,
break is a great
prior
point.
inconsistent
Shout out to
statement.
Amy. Oh, she got the cake.
O is no longer the video, and P is no longer the transcript. So if you have your next exhibit would be O.
Thank you, Mark. Okay. It's your testimony that you were actually injured after Rocky fired the first time.
Correct.
In fact, you testified that you were definitely hit. There's no question. You were hit, right?
I was grazed.
Okay.
He's grazed. Thank you, Amy.
I guess when he first shot, like my knuckle, I felt like my knuckle get hit.
Voila.
I guess whatever was left from the bullet or the floor, whatever, I don't know. I don't know. I can't see, I just know the man shot, my hand was hot, grabbed the logic.
Your Honor, counsel is, the witness testifying, counsel is.
Is that yet another speaking objection?
Counsel was saying, we have argument and comment on the court is here. and I'm here.
Do not have an update on Yak
That's
Gotti
one
yet.
question to ask.
Ask the question again. Ask the question again.
There's the answer to the question. Just ask the counsel not editorialize in, as if
Neither of you, no one is supposed to editorialize. To be honest, I did not notice O.
I didn't say oh. Anyway, all right. So you just told this jury that you were grazed either by a fragment of the bullet or the floor, correct?
From shooting at the floor and then coming up, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, I was hit and I ran to Elijah.
Yeah, we're supposed to trust and believe this
In slow
testimony.
motion, I don't really
Come on, man.
get shot at. I'm not really trying to.
Or I should say the jury. We're not on the jury.
I'm trying to understand your testimony. Were you hit? Or do you not know? Were you
I
hit
just
by
said
a
I was
bullet?
grazed.
I understand.
I just said it 2 times.
I understand. But do you know what you were grazed by? I want to make sure I understand your testimony.
I don't know what I was
You don't know
grazed
what
by.
you were grazed by. Could have been the floor, could have been a shell casing, could have been anything.
No, it was the junior shell casing. Only was when he shot the gun, I instantly felt my hand. So I'm assuming something had happened in between that time of me running to Elijah. Okay. I didn't have a hole in me. I didn't have other physical harm.
So, when you first reported this incident, you said that you believed you were grazed on your left hand.
Yeah, I always said that.
Believed, correct?
Yeah, I always said that.
And To be clear, 3 of your knuckles were scratched, right?
Yes.
We put up people 17.
Here goes that BS.
That's your
He felt it got hot because he was rubbing it against the
entire
pavement.
injury from that night, correct?
I don't know if it's from that night. You're not showing me the
And again, this is what was introduced into evidence. The other picture that we saw earlier that was shown by the state or the prosecution during closing was not in evidence. So this was the one that was supposed to be shown. They showed a different one that showed an overhead view.
timestamps.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
You
thank
don't
you,
know
Monica.
anything?
Appreciate y'all.
I took many different
Appreciate
pictures.
y'all for that.
You're not showing me the timestamps on except from that night.
Who took that picture, sir?
Obviously me, but you said from that night. You're not showing me the time or when.
Okay, all right, let's back up for a second. Did you do that to your knuckles on another night also?
Thank y'all for liking the video too. We're at 100% likes. That's amazing.
No.
Thank y'all.
No.
Is that the only time that night, November 6, 2021? Is that the only time your knuckles was grazed like that or scraped like that?
Correct.
Objection to the word scrape that misstates the evidence and lacks foundation. The question is also compounding the way it's asked.
Injured.
That's the only time your knuckles were ever injured.
I agree,
Yeah,
Kay.
I shouldn't guess.
So what do you mean you don't know if it's from that night?
What are you talking about?
We're doing a
Okay.
recap, Grammy.
You're not talking clear. You're not like explaining it to
All right,
me.
stop it.
No, no, I'm not.
Ask another question.
So anyway, Mr. Efron, according to you, that's the entirety of the injuries from you being shot on November 6, 2021. Yes or no?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Is the answer yes?
yes.
They'll probably be going to
And I'm
lunch
not
here
sure
in
that
about
third
20
little
minutes, so
knuckle
we'll see.
down there, is that also?
That's what I'm saying.
No, Monday
Monday
was President's Day, so they did not deliberate on Monday.
the person you know how it goes. I don't know. And from what I know, Trump got hit in
And
the
they
ear.
did not deliberate on Friday.
He got a little graze.
Stop it. Mr. Efron said this was the extent of his injury resulting from that injury.
I have one question I'm trying to ask Ron. That third knuckle that you see there, is that a scrape on there? Is that a graze? Is that a cut? Or is that nothing?
I just told you, Takapino, the man,
But hold on.
Oh, he gets in trouble here.
Mr.
You don't
Takapino.
call, he's not calling you Efron.
Mr.
You're
Takapino.
Mr. Efron, he's Mr. Tacopino.
Get him, Judge.
Yes?
Yes.
Shout out to Judge Arnold.
What's the question again?
I
Is
appreciate you,
that
Peter.
third knuckle, the one furthest from the bottom of the picture that you took, is that also grazed or not?
I mean, they all are.
Including the fourth knuckle?
What's the fourth knuckle? It's only 3.
What's the fourth knuckle? Is his question.
Yeah, at this point, it's argument. It's all the same.
All right. So,
All right, let me see. We still have no updates yet, and they're probably going to go to lunch soon. So here's what I'm going to do, y'all. And thank you again to everybody who has liked the video so far. All 1,200 of y'all. Sheesh. We're going to take a break as well. And I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get a verdict today. It looks like most of y'all are saying, yes, we're going to get a verdict today. 72% of you say, and let me go ahead and end this poll. It looks like 72% of y'all are saying not guilty. And there's going to be a verdict today. So we'll have to wait and see. But what I'm going to do is, I think we'll probably take a slight break as well. If we hear something from court and they do come back, I'm gonna run back up here and we'll start. If not, we'll start another jury watch tomorrow. Either way, thank y'all for the love and support. Shout out to Amy for that last super chat with the cake. She's ready for lunch, y'all. She's ready to get, hey, bring that cake over here, Amy. Shoot. And we will be back. If it doesn't happen later this afternoon, then we'll be back tomorrow morning, of course. Because, you know, we've got the regular morning show as well. I can't take the pressure. I can't imagine what Rocky's feeling. Crazy. And I think there were reports, too, that he's not even in the courtroom right now. So if we hear that there's going to be, or that they have a verdict, we'll still have some time to get everything ready. Let me double check and make sure I didn't miss anything. Also, we'll be able to review that clip from Law and Crime too. So either way, we're going to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the love and support. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time that we go live. And we will be back either later on this afternoon or tomorrow morning to start jury or verdict watch again. Make sure y'all tune in. I appreciate it. Hope y'all have a great rest of your afternoon. And you know what to do. Keep growing, keep pushing, keep it classy. We go. Peace. Y'all said the knuckles are insane. Yeah, it's wild.